talking all things going live. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you all being here. Feel free to come in, share out the live, excuse me, as well as let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate everybody who is here. Appreciate everybody who's here. So feel free to come in. Sorry, I am coughing. So thank you so much. We are going to get started in just a minute. I was super late trying to get on. And so feel free to come in, ask questions. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. So let me know if you have any questions. I was meeting, so it took me a little longer to get over here. So sorry I'm running late, but I appreciate everybody joining. We're going to get started on the TikTok side a little early because your girl was running late. So we are going to get over there just in case there's somebody. Hello, friend. How are you, Idea Barista? I'm happy you are back up and running. And make sure you screen your videos that you want to play. Hopefully you're screening them beforehand, friend. So you don't get yourself in trouble no more. So hopefully all is well, friend. I'm gonna get started in just a minute. Let's see, is that good? Okay, to make sure everything over there is good too. What's funny is I saw it, but I was busy yapping. I didn't even register. It didn't even register. TikTok's like, ma'am, excuse me. Well, what's going on here? Like, no, ma'am, no, you won't be doing this on our platform. I don't know what you think you're doing. Did you have audience control on? That might have been a problem too. You didn't have content disclosure, no audience control, no nothing. Oh, you're best. So, all right, friend. TikTok said, no, ma'am. Hello, hello. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you for joining. We are talking all things live streaming. So come on in. Make sure you like the live if you haven't done so far. Make sure you also click that subscriber button as well as the bell to get notification when I go live. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you, friend. We're going to go over in the TikTok streets. I'm running a little behind, but we are going to get it together. So I appreciate everybody being here. If you're new to my live, put new in the chat so I know you're here. And then also make sure, like I said, you click the subscriber button as well as the bell to get notifications when I go live and post content. And make sure you click that like button, okay? You said I always have the audience control on. It's set in the account settings. Okay, that's good. Oh, okay, that's good. Interesting. I think the content disclosure maybe, but I think you got in trouble though because of what you were showing. So, hello. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you all joining. So we're going to talk all things live streaming. So let me know if you are new and trying to build your community. We go in a couple different directions. So I just want to make sure I'm supporting you all. So feel free to come in. We're going to talk about want to go live, beginner tips. We're going to talk all things beginner tips with going live. So feel free to come in, ask questions, and just to know that you are a supporter. Click that like button. Click the like button. That's the thumbs up at the top. So thumbs up my live, and then click the subscriber button and the bell as well. All right. TikTok live, come on in. We are talking TikTok. This is our live stream. We want to go live with confidence and ease. Come on in. We are talking how to go live, friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I've never seen that warning as I clutch my pearls. So we're talking all things going live, friends. Come in. Let me know if you have any questions. Stacy P, how are you, friend? Long time no see. How's everything going? Welcome to the room, friend. Come on in. We are talking how to go live with confidence and ease. Your girl is going to get started in just a few moments. Appreciate everybody coming through. So let me know if you have any questions. If you are new to going live and you want to go live, come in, ask questions. This is the time to do it. so you can go live with confidence and ease. Thank you all for coming in. Make sure you like the live, share it out. Hey, Black Lotus, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are talking going live on TikTok. So TikTok Live is the name of the topic today, okay? So come in if you are a beginner and you are nervous, afraid, shy, scared to go live. We will talk through that and we'll get you to click that go live button. So this is all things TikTok live, friends. And then my friends on the YT, come on in. Let me know how you feel about going live too. We're gonna give live streaming tips. That's what we're doing, live streaming tips. Hey, Love Universified. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you all for coming in, supporting the live stream. So if you are new, put new in the chat. And if you are a returner, haven't been here in a while, let me know how you're doing, okay? Hey, Stacy P, how you doing? Haley, how are you as well? Black Lotus, Love Universified. Have you guys gone long? Haley, you're new. Well, welcome to the room. I appreciate it. You said favorite forward, everyday meals, married, entrepreneur, not particularly creative. And then it says does, and it kind of gets blocked off, chopped off. What was the other part, friend? And you, that was a creative bio. I'll say that. So you are very creative. Just went live, had fun. What you do, friend? What you doing your live? I love it. You said just went live and had fun. That's what it's about. That is what it is about. Just keep having fun. I love it. So let me know where you're from. And Haley, how are you, friend? Where are you from? Let us know that. Let me know if there's any questions. And you said you're married. And so have you gone live before, Haley? Let me know if you've gone live. And then we're going to share out the live as well so people know we are here on TikTok Live. So come on in. I just added it to my story and I'm going to share it out to our community so that they know we are live as well. And so feel free to share out and support the live stream, friends. And I appreciate that. So we'll talk all things going live. It depends on the topics that we need to cover. We'll take it from there. Natty, Nat, how are you, friend? I saw you fly in. Hey, Mika, how are you, friend? Micah, is that it, Micah? Thank you so much for being here. Holla, Q. Freestyle affirmations and motivation. Very fun. I love that. That does sound fun. Oh, wow. That does sound like a great live. And you did that. Are you practicing live studio? Let me know. Are you a live studio? I see you in the voice lives mainly. So maybe you're still on the regular live train. Those who are coming in, appreciate you guys. If you guys don't mind liking the live, I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Natty Nat, you went live this morning. Bountiful, how are you, friend? I'm going to put my live here. I just want to see if my tapper is actually tapping. Because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, it is working. Okay, we'll take it. Yes, was in Live Studio on laptop now. Okay. So you do play around with Live Studio. How do you like it, friend? Thank you all for being here. If you are new, feel free to share out the live. I may play with Studio later today. How like you really? I'm going to try my best to stay on top of it. I may play with it later too. We'll see. I need to reboot my computer. I think that's the first step. So I need to sit my little behind down, look at my computer, close some windows, save some things, remember what I had open, and try that first. So I need to organize myself because I have multiple browsers open and windows and all types of stuff going on. Thank you so much for the populars. Yes, the morning is good even though I'm still half asleep. Oh, really? Is that part of, are you doing like a morning workout routine like as a new thing for yourself too? Let me know. Like, what time do you normally do your workouts? Is it in the evenings that we're used to seeing that 6:30 time frame? Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. Hey, I try to get my little workout in the morning in as well. I really do. So, uh, I'm been consistent actually for the last couple weeks. So I'm gonna get better because I just do that time in the morning. It's like 25. I do this like high impact thing. I went live for 6:30. Oh. So wait a minute, 6:30 p.m. and now you're at 6:30 a.m. Gotcha. Okay. That's good. That's good. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you. We have not gotten the flash goal. We'll see if TikTok, if you guys don't mind tapping, we'll see if TikTok discipline. Oh, I know. That is it. So we'll see if TikTok is able to get me the flash goal early as well. It did earlier today. We've been on for 5 minutes. We almost got 4K likes going on. So let's see if we can get some more likes. I'm gonna see if we can do the 10K in 10 minutes. Yes, it really is. I know, friend. That's early though. And yeah. So for me, I think I get up and take my son on a regular day. Hey Val, how are you, friend? Thank you for that daily heart me. I get up and I'm doing stuff in the 8 o'clock hour. That's when I'm up though too. So that's a good time for me. I like the comfort of the laptop versus the small phone for the functionality. You know what? I like the concept behind the laptop. It's just something about if it was not such a learning curve and an easier um, you know, startup process where you don't have to do all the stuff in advance. I think I would like that. I think they're trying to get it better because I noticed it said you can save some of your settings. So I think they're trying to bring some more features on slowly but surely. But it's hard. It's for me. And let me say this differently because you guys know, I want to have a positive mindset about it. I really do. I want to be positive about it, but it's a struggle. Hey, how you doing, Kim? Kim, what happened earlier? Oh, that's cool. You know what, Kim? I was not. And so here's the thing about it. I wasn't. I didn't come flying in your live because when you sent that message, when you said that, it was like, oh, you stopped in for a minute. It's like that. I didn't do it. Yeah. When you sent that message, I was sitting in Coach Chantel's live as me as a guest. Literally, I was sitting in her live, and I was like, oh, Kim's invited me as a guest. But I hadn't flew in. I hadn't done anything. So I was like, oh, how did that happen? That you said I flew in. I was like, I hadn't. So I'm not sure what happened. But yeah, I hadn't done it. I was literally, when you sent that message, I was sitting there, I saw the notification, and I was like, oh. So I was like, let me make sure I go by and see Kim. And that's what made me do it. I kid you not. Because I remember you sent the notification. And I was like, let me go by and visit Kim since she sent me as a guest. I was like, maybe she wanted me to be a guest. She's never said that before. You said I was stuck. My TT was acting up. Yeah, it must have been, friend. You said I did. That's exactly what I was saying. I was like, she's never done that before. So let me go by and visit her. Well, welcome everybody. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for joining the live. Let me know if you guys have questions. My new friends coming in. He said I was like, help. I'm sorry. So Kim and is Coach Chantel here? Did she come through? Hey Kim's, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for coming back. Kim's collection. Thank you so much, friend. Coach Chantel, are you here? No, she's not. Maybe she'll stop by. Thank you so much. She wasn't here because she made a comment about doing the morning lives on early in the mornings. Okay, so I was gonna say something. Kim and Coach Chantel, thank you so much for the balloons. Y'all appreciate the balloons, y'all. They both went live. They both have done the updates. So when I was in our Zoom meeting yesterday, I told you guys a couple times, and Leanne, she's done it as well too. Thank you so much, Leanne, popping in. Diana, where I was saying how you guys have to uninstall and reinstall the app. What happens when you do that? I don't know if this is why Kim had a glitch that she had to kind of do it. But what happens is TikTok has made some updates, and I don't know if we've seen them all. I think we haven't seen all the different updates that have been out there. Thank you so much for the follow, friends. Thank you so much for that daily harmony. I did it again during the meeting last night. Did you? Did it help? Let me know if it helped. You said I did it after the glitch. Yep, you did after the glitch. I did it mine today. Did you really? Okay. Because what you guys would notice is that TikTok has a lot more features. At least I'm noticing. Good afternoon. How you doing, Heart? Um, good afternoon, Wealthy Habits. How are you, friend? I'm nervous to uninstall. I know everybody's nervous, but my other people in the room who have done it, can y'all vouch that it wasn't that bad? Well, Kim, that whole thing where it swipes, you're gonna notice some other things now that you've done it. Um, when you send a gift gallery gift, it'll have a little message saying, here's the gift gallery gift and here's what this means, and it kind of gives you a whole little rundown. You see a lot of little instructional pieces. She said it was easy. Yep. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. So it is easy. I don't want you guys to get nervous and afraid about doing something that honestly it is not that it's not a big to do. And I will stand by that. I was nervous too. Matter of fact, Nika talking about you had 17K followers. I didn't know way I would have done that. I was like, well, I'm happy you didn't tell me that before because I wouldn't have done it either. So I probably wouldn't have done it. It's not bad at all. Yeah, completely my iPhone and iPad. Yep, yep. That part is like you're starting again, but everything else stays the same. Yes, it is. So what I've noticed is that other places you click as a live host and as a viewer, you'll see where it's like giving you instructional pieces. Thank you so much, Title Gift of the Roses. Appreciate you, friend. And so I think that in that way, it is part of TikTok being more transparent and sharing more information. You said I need one frag to get to C3. Do you, friend? Are you going to go back live again later tonight? You should go back live again later tonight so you can be closer to the reset. Yeah, yeah, you're good. Yeah, that will get you there. So do it closer to reset. So whatever happens, you'll be right there. Thank you so much. I want to start going live. There you go, friend. Welcome to the room. Appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have questions. Is it by now? Thank you so much for being here. What's holding you back? Thank you for the balloons. I appreciate your heart. Let me know if you have any questions, friend. So, Leanne, you said you have to give the app permission to your camera. Yep. Gallery and mic again, but that's normal. Yep. I think mine. Yeah. I feel like I did. I didn't have to. I think it automatically was set. I know. I think I did do it. You're right. I'm doing Super Fan Live tonight. You gonna do a Super Fan Live? You might have to do a regular live, then go into Super Fan. Yes, that's what I did. Okay. Kim, I would recommend maybe a regular live at first, and then a regular TikTok live, and then toggle on the Super Fan. So that way I'm doing a regular live. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So that'll get you. Hopefully that'll get you closer to being able to reach that next fragment that you need. Redhead, thank you so much. Others who are coming in the room, I appreciate you guys. If you guys don't mind reposting, adding the story, and sharing out the live, I appreciate the support. We'll get some more friends in the room. Appreciate you all being here. But let me go back to saying the whole uninstall and reinstall. It is a little, it seems like you're going, what I say, nuclear. Okay, you're like, oh my gosh, what happens? But at the end of the day, it's as simple as, you know, uninstalling it, taking your finger on the app, removing the app, and then going back to your app store and reinstalling it. However, my people who, if you are an Apple user, I can't speak to the operating system for Google. I don't know what the operating system is, but if you are an Apple user, put Apple in the chat. Say Apple if you're an Apple user. I have an Android. Say, I don't know Android, and no updates when I check. I don't know Android enough. I need to ask my husband. He's Android. He is. So I have to ask him what it looks like. So Apple. Here's what I'm going to actually show y'all, my Apple folks. I'm going to show you what you need to check for. Okay? Because this is something else I did. And I uninstalled and reinstalled after I had done it again. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So you said both. So I'm going to go to my settings. Okay? Under my settings, I'm going to go to general. Okay? So this is my settings for my phone. Thank you all for the follow. I appreciate your friends coming in. Thank you so much. I'm going to go to my settings. So under my settings, I'm going to general. Okay? So I just flipped the camera for you guys to see it the right way. So I'm going to hit general. Under there, it says software update. Okay? And this is what I clicked. I just want to show you guys real quick. It says ISO update, and it says 26.3. I said it backwards. It says automatic update. This has always been on. Let me be clear about that. It has always been on. But when I had to do the update, it actually had in the middle of the screen, an update is needed. So if it's automatically updated, why didn't y'all update it? Okay? So I had to come here and manually do it. So now it's updated because I just did it. But it had an update that was available to me. All right? Thank you for the rose. So check to make sure. Again, I don't know what y'all Android folks use. I don't know. I wish I knew. And somebody in the room knows and know what to check. Put it in the chat. Let us know. But Apple users, I want you to check because even though this says on and it should be automatically updating, it had not. So I don't know when that update came up. Could have been the same day, could have been a week ago, could have been a month ago. I have no idea. Depends on other settings as well. For it to automatically update, possibly. But what I had to do was come here and check. And once I checked, I went to all my devices and manually did it. So I had to go. I have two iPhones. So this is the iPhone. I have my tablet, my iPad, and this is the iPhone too. And so I guess I'm gonna take y'all word for it that maybe it's some other things I'm supposed to have happened here, but I just know it was not updated on the and the fact that it said it's supposed to be on. Let me check. Yeah, install automatically install. All that's there. Now I don't know what other settings is needed, but at least those two settings are turned on. It didn't automatically update. If you want Wi-Fi or cellular data, it should be on Wi-Fi. This phone is only Wi-Fi because it's linked to this is linked to my Wi-Fi in the house, and then when I leave, it links to this phone as like a hotspot. So this is my or if it needs charging, these phones stay charged. I'm just saying, tablet is 100%. This phone and the tablet stay charged. Now this phone here don't stay charged, y'all. It don't stay charged. It don't stay charged. So if this phone was the problem, I would be like, okay, this phone is the problem. But these other two devices stay charged. Like this, literally, look at it. It's charged. It stay charged. so so for that, I'm like, I don't know, y'all. I'm just gonna say, check. That's what I'm saying. Definitely check. Okay. So definitely check your systems, check to see what you got going on. Make sure you are operating off the most up-to-date operating system for your phone. Hello, friend. Thank you so much, man. Please. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you all. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate all you guys. If you don't mind sharing out the live and liking the live, thank you for the populars as well. So keep that in mind. First of all, I've shared this with you guys a few weeks ago when my point of contact for the agency reached out, and she said to make sure all your people have the latest operating system for their phone. So that's what we were just talking about for the Apple. That iOS 26.3 is the latest. So make sure you have the latest operating system working for your phone. Number two, make sure you have the latest app update. Now, y'all, I'm going to check and see if there's an app update. I hadn't checked. Today is Monday. You know, TikTok will surprise us with app updates all the time. Let's see if one is out there. Anybody check recently? It seems like they're doing it at least once or twice a week. Okay, so there's no app update. So let me show you. So it says open. That's fine. Here's what I tell people to do. You put in TikTok, you get this screen. Don't click open here. Always click the name or the symbol and see if this says update or open. Okay? And we're gonna check. We're gonna keep checking. And I'm gonna be a little bit more diligent about checking so I can tell you guys, hey, there's another app update because they happen almost like twice a week. So we got to be careful. Definitely, we're seeing them once a week. All right. What agency are you with? Oh, I am an agency. Thank you so much. Launch Your Income Agency, Dr. Lisa. I'm gonna pin it if you guys are interested in joining. I'll talk about it. I need to do better about talking about it because I've gotten here for the last couple of days and just been running my mouth and not talking about the agency at all. So I'm an owner / creator manager, and we have like 170 people in the agency. Thank you for the populars. Thank you so much, Rosemary. Thank you for the follow. Trent, how are you, friend? And so I just added the hello. This is the official agency page. Don't judge me for content on this page. I'm going to do better. I explained that earlier because I do so much content on my page here. I need to get over there and do some content too. And we talked about you have to have original content. I would love to use content that I do over here, over there, but I have to make it a little different. So I got to work on that. But in the meantime, this is the official agency page. In that page in the bio is the web page to apply to the agency. I'll talk about the agency in terms of the resources and services we offer. It is a free program. It's a free program. I'm okay. How are you? I'm doing well, friend. It's a free program. So just know that you are here to get support from TikTok and through agencies will help you with your growth strategy and monetization strategy, as well as building community. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. We just had a seminar last week and for creator networks, and TikTok gave the statistic that they have 8 million people who are active creators that go live or can go live, and then of those 8 million there's only 300,000 that are with a creator network agency. So again, they were sharing that stat for two reasons. They want to scale, they want to build people who are with agencies, they want to grow those numbers, but also recognizing that the people who are with agencies are an elite group. So they're getting support, they're getting guidance, tips, they're understanding how this game is played, because it is a game, y'all. And so, how do we continue to grow while we're here? So, that's the main thing. So, let me know if you have questions. I talk all things going live, I give tips and strategies and stuff. And depending on where you guys ask questions and where we take this, it's up to you all. So, we'll take it wherever you want me to take it. But in the meantime, let's go back to updating your resources, because we had a couple creators that came in and they've done it already. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you all. And if you're new, put new in the chat. We always want to talk to our new friends. We're going to talk a little bit about engagement, because I tell people, thank you so much. Appreciate you. I tell people this is an engagement app. Okay. Hey, Rosemary. It is not for you to sit back and watch TV. We are not, I'm not on television, y'all. I'm not on television. Just saying. So we are interacting with each other. All right. You said heading down the road to retirement. I love that. Grateful for 15 years of recovery, rock and roll music. And then it cut off for me. Cut off for me. So, but no, seriously, we'll talk about engagement, because I want you guys to understand the two things that in order for you to grow and be successful in this app is going to be your consistency and your engagement. Those are the two things that are going to help you grow. And with that, I'm going to now add, because I heard this creator say this. He's a big a podcaster, YouTuber, podcaster, Gary V. I'm going to give him credit. So he said this, and I just thought it was really interesting and brilliant at the same time. He said, what would he tell his younger self and other new people getting at this? Anything to do with podcasting, anything to do with this digital marketing space. He said, I would want people to know that they have to be in order to be successful, you're going to have to practice. He said what he calls D and P, D and A and D, D and P, and that's discipline and patience. Okay, so that's what this is all about. Yeah, you guys know Gary V. Yes, so that's what this is about, and I just thought that was brilliant, because in my I can now say over 1 year of doing this daily consistently. That's what I've had to do. It's been discipline, a whole lot of consistency and discipline, and a whole lot of patience. So just recognizing that is the key to this. And if you are looking for anything that you want to do, you got to practice it. I share that all the time. You got to practice. You got to be patient with yourself. If you want to, lose weight and drop pounds and do all the things with changing your lifestyle, your exercise routine, your diet, all the things, that don't happen overnight. We don't get, fit and muscular and all the things we're looking, and lean and all the things we want in just one day of working out. So why do you think you should have a rooming and everything going well with just one time of going live? I'm just saying. So you got to show up. You got to stay at it. You got to be consistent. You got to continue to work at it. And with that discipline, patience, consistency, and engagement, you'll see things grow. You'll see yourself be successful. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox. That's something I want to share. So let's go back really quickly, because I wanted to talk about the app update. So the app update is something you have to pay attention to. If you have not checked to see if your app is updated from last week, and they had an update on Thursday. So when I checked on Thursday, there was an app update there. So if you have not done anything in a week, 2 weeks, then you're missing an update. Okay. The next thing she said to do, and some people have started doing it, and I think it's a necessary thing to do. Now there's still a few features I don't see that other people have said they've had for a while now. I still don't have the three gifting goal and so on and so forth. Um, the flash goal is supposed to be something that you're able to see a heads up on. I never got the flash goal as a heads up. So there's some features in there that still need to be updated for me. I've uninstalled and reinstalled 3 times officially. So I'll see what happens if it comes, if it pops in sooner than later, that'll be great. But keep in mind, when I uninstall and reinstall, I did the app update. I'm sorry, I did the phone update, and then I did the app update, and then I turned my phone off and on. She said that was another thing you need to do: power down your phone. Sometimes we don't power down our phone. I'm guilty of that, and so she said to do that as well. And then that should put you in a better place. I will say it feels a little bit better. I'm not 100%, but it does feel better. So I will say definitely try those techniques to see if you get a little bit more visibility, a little bit more traction. Um, Yesterday was a good day, and it was after obviously a couple of days of me doing those changes. Today has been okay-ish. I'm just gonna say. It's been okay-ish. It seems like it's trying to do some things in terms of visibility and growth, but just know that I think that is a key. So just making sure that your phone is operating at the highest operating level, in terms of the updates that you have for your phone, and then also making sure you have the latest upgrades to the app itself. And so pay attention to that. And then obviously what you watch, what you're doing on your phone, what type of audience you're trying to target, what's your topic about. Make sure you're engaging in that type of stuff too. You gotta do that work too. Let me know if there's any questions. Those who have done the app update or uninstall and reinstall, anything you would say about it, anything we should be aware about doing that. So let us know if there's anything we're missing in that process. I think it's pretty it's pretty self-explanatory. I did prepare to have my password, to have my phone number, um, my email. I had all that like written on a post-it just in case I needed it, and I did not. Okay, so when I uninstalled, I pressed the icon for TikTok on my phone. The screen popped up for me to, with all the different options. The top one was to remove the app. I clicked remove the app. Then I went to my app store, which is the Apple. I went to the App Store, and then I went to TikTok, logged in, and then it had the download feature. So I downloaded the app. Hey Nafis, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. Appreciate you. So then I reinstalled the app. Okay. And then I clicked open. And when I opened it, it seemed like it stopped for a second, like it wants to go to like picking the icons you need to go with. And so I closed it out. I swiped it up so it can close. And then I reopened it and it took me to my page. So I never had to log in. So it took me to my page. It's in my research your algorithm to show more the people you follow. I noticed that both times. It did. Oh, I did see that. You are right. You are right. Up until, so a little bit today too. Let me say that. A little bit today too. Um, Yesterday I had done some searching for my stuff. Remember I told you guys yesterday I spent a lot more time in the morning searching my topic, going to different lives, doing some engagement. So I did do that, and I see now today it seems like it is trying to show more of my normal feed of what I would see on the For You feed, on the home feed, homepage on the For You feed. Now, obviously, your friends are your friends. Your following is your following, but yeah. So it did show me in my For You feed more of people I followed. So it's interesting you said that. I didn't make that connection. Yes, mine only lasts a day or two because a lot I search a lot. Yes, yeah. So that's what happened to me. I re-engaged Creator Search Insights. I re-engaged searching for content and topics I wanted to cover, and that changed it. It did change it. So you guys definitely need to pay attention to what you're searching. That helps with your TikTok live. It helps you with going live. You want to search your topic, and as you are going live, you'll see, especially your topic, your target audience, as you're going live. Ideally, the people who are searching for the same thing, searching for what you're interested in, which is your topic, will come to your stream. So you want to be very intentional about your live stream and your content page in that way too. Okay. Let me know if there's any questions about that. Um, and so my new friends who will come in, I know we will see some people come and go out of here. If you are new, like I said, come in, say you're new, so we can say hi to you as well. Main test finds, thank you so much. Easy money, Renita, thank you so much for being here. I am him. Trina, Kim, collection, thank you so much. Heart, is it Harco? Harcho, thank you so much for being here as well. Let me know if you guys have questions. Agency stuff, he said new. Do you go live? Let us know if you go live. You don't have a bio. We're gonna have to get you a bio, Fred. You're almost at 5,000 followers too. So bio is a way for TikTok to know who you are. And when you come into a live stream, a live like this, we get to know who you are too. So we want to know who you are and what you're all about. And then when when you're optimizing your profile, TikTok knows who you are too. So that's important as like a first step. So TikTok knows who you are, and then ultimately, as you're posting content, as you are going live, people will see that bio. Okay, so when you're posting content and people search for stuff, remember I told you about the search feature. People search for things, they'll come across your content, they'll come across your live stream, because again, all that is optimized. So always put words in your bio. Or do you have it private? Let me know if Hart, do you have it private? Sometimes that is the case where people have words in their bio but we can't see it because your account's private. So let me know if that's the case. um, you said private. So here's my thought about private. So here's my thought about private. Private is a I think there's a need for it. I don't necessarily think I would use it, because, again, I talk about growth being a main focus of this app, engagement, consistency. You want to grow, you want to build. When you're private, it actually stunts your growth. So if you want to be anonymous, you can be anonymous. You can you can have a rose as a picture. You can have your name named Rose if you choose to, and ain't even your name. You can have whatever you want for people to see without it being able to stunt your growth. I just went private for the first time. Did you? Why? Why? What was the what? If you don't want to share, that's totally fine. I know there's, sometimes there's things why people have it. I'm having a few problems. Okay, friend, that's totally fine. I would um I would say just just think about how long you stay private. If that is a concern with somebody on the app or an issue, I would say. But if you're looking to build and grow your community, because you're almost at 5K, and you want to get to 10K, and then you want to get beyond that, you want to make sure that you're not. People sometimes don't follow private accounts. That's all I'm saying. So private accounts don't get as much attention because of that. I'm looking forward to going live soon. How far in advance should I announce my first live? Ooh, um, Kim, Kim Collections. You know, depending on how you want to promote it, you can be easily a week. I wouldn't do too far. It wouldn't do too much longer than a week, because people are coming and going, and it kind of gets lost and forgotten. So if you did a week, I think that's pretty good, and just let people know, hey, going live this Friday. Come on, join me. We're gonna talk all things going live. But so put it on your page, post about that live plan, do a live event. Let me know if I need to show you how to do a live event. Um, and so, again, it just, I would say, definitely give enough notice, share it. You can make it a conversation for like the next couple weeks in terms of the build up for it. But, just make sure that you're actively promoting it and talking about it and stuff, and keeping it front of mind, top of mind for folks and you. And so that live event allows you to share it to your story a few times. I mean, sharing it to your story every 24 hours, because stories end in 24 hours. So you can do that. Thank you so much. How you doing, MIC? You could you can share it there. You could also, hey Danielle, you can also post about it. And so talk about it, post about it, let people know what time zone, topic you're covering, all that. So yeah, do that. And then obviously when you go live, you want to share it out. Okay. So Hello, everybody. Hey, Coach Jesse, I saw you come in as well. Thank you so much for being here. Others in the room, if I missed you, hello. How you doing, Laura? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining. Those who have come in, if you're new to my room, say new so we can get to know you. Appreciate you being here. Did you get the flash goal? I did not. TikTok, where's my flash goal? TikTok, where is the flash goal? Bring it on. Let's go ahead and get it over with TikTok. So no, I did not get it yet. So we'll see. You said I attempted to change my bio. I hit save button and saved. However, it stayed the same. Let's see, Fred. Mental health advocate, husband by devotion, father by grace. Love that. And then it said married to, and then you have the person's. It gets cut off for me, but it has the person's username. I think their page is in there. That's not what you have for your bio. You're not getting a flash code. I'm not gonna get one. You said no. TikTok was like, no, ma'am. You're not gonna get one. We'll see. We'll see if it comes. TikTok might. You said no. That's not what you had. Okay. Um, when you go into it, so you should get 160 characters. You might need to do an app update. When was the last time you updated your app? It could be the app update that we were talking about. You know, there's a lot of glitchy things that have happened. So that could be one of them because it's not sticking when you go to save it. So they may be looking for you to do an app update. Just make sure your phone is updated as well with the latest operating system. And so, yeah, that could be the issue. Like your app needs to be updated. Smiles, how are you, friend? So yeah, just stay the course with it, but update the app. Let me know if you've done that already. Hey, Miss K Latte, how are you, friend? Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you for the follow. Others coming in the room, appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any questions. You said your phone's updated, but is the TikTok app updated? So do you know how to go into the? Let me know if you missed when I showed it. You would go into your. Are you a Apple or Google user, Android user? So go into your app store and then click the type in TikTok and then of course hit the symbol for TikTok or the word for TikTok. Don't hit up open. Click that and see if there's an update there for you. Okay. Need to go on live. I'm a GLP-1 content creator. Need tips. Oh, Rika, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Reclaiming the woman God called me to be, God's favorite daughter with a comeback story. Love that, friend. My friend Miss K Latte. There she goes. She just got her daily heart me. She does content for GLP-1 as well. So yes, you need tips about just general going live. Let me know what you need help with. Let me know what you meant by that. Have you started the live journey yet? Or you're still kind of waiting to see stuff first? Wanting to go live. I am really new to this. How can I create a banner to post on top of my live like this one? This is called a banner. I'm sorry, a board. Not a banner. A board. Let's call it a board. Hello, how you doing, Miss K Latte? So, Rika, was that Rika? Let me know if I said that right, friend. She is also a GLP-1. Yes. How to create a board. A board is something you got to do before you go live. It's under the settings feature, and you would click there, and I'll show you how to do it. You'll click there. Did I miss something on the campaign? The new campaign or the old campaign? Which one? There's two campaigns running. There's a month long February, and there's like a mini campaign. So you guys should see two separate campaigns. Let me talk about that 1 second, Coach Jesse. I'm gonna do the boards real quick. Let me know what you meant by miss something though. Let me know what you meant, friend. That's the mini campaign. That is to get you to 100K diamonds. Yep, to 100K diamonds. And I think 100K points is what you got to get. 100K points, 100K diamonds. Yep. Fabric, how you doing? 100K diamonds is how you, mine says it ended. Did I mess with the dates wrong? Let me go back and look. I'll look at it. I don't know. Did it? Huh. I'll take a look. Huh. That means my dates were off? But no, that wouldn't make sense. Let me take a look. My friend about boards. Okay, you're going to do this. You're going to hit settings. Robin, let me know if you're with me, friend. And you see the word board. So this is before you go live. If I click this, I'm going to go live. So before I go live, I'm on the screen here. This is the screen to prepare for your live. You're going to hit settings. Under here, you're going to hit boards. And this account doesn't have any boards. Let me go. I probably, and so you're going to create a board. Okay. So you're doing it under general because multi-guest is when you have panel boxes up. One of those panel boxes um, can also be used as a board to share what the panel's about. So you can do that too. So that's what the multi-guest board is about. So that's not what we're doing though. We're just doing a board like this one. This is a board. And so you see these are different ways you can do it. Templates that are in here. They have, with the newest update, they have what's called like these AI boards. They added a little bit more features and functionality to your boards. That's why you see these bubble letters and stuff. So there's a little bit more you can do with your boards now. This update hasn't happened on this phone. So, you can click that. You can click the template. Now, here's the problem. This board has the word TikTok in it, which is a no-no. TikTok does not let you put social media platforms, including TikTok, on the boards. You can't put websites, social media platforms, pricing, like the dollar sign with some numbers and stuff. Pricing is a no-no. Any personal information, your name, email, all that stuff, you can't put that on your board. Okay, so keep that in mind. That will limit your visibility and your board will not get pushed out. Your live will not get pushed out. So you want to, be careful about what you wrote. I did not write, want to go live on TikTok. I didn't write that. I didn't use the word TikTok. So just be careful about what you write. So I can put live host tips. So if I put that on here, just something simple, and you're going to have different things. And this is called an engagement board. This is a board where you might put, hey, tap the screen, share it out, like the live, those type of things. So you can decide what that is. Did not know that until I got a violation. DD. Exactly. You got what's called a restriction. I don't think you got a violation. I'll explain the difference between restrictions and violations, but you're right. Yeah, that the board will get a lot of people in trouble because people don't realize there are things you cannot do on the board. Let me show you something real quick. So, in this example, let's do this. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to put TikTok live. So, TikTok live host tips. So, here's what I'm going to do just as an example. I'm going to save this. The engagement board, you could use it if you choose to. I usually throw it up here. Oh, is it going to let me delete it? It didn't let me delete it. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I usually throw it up there so I can delete it. So I'm going to hit save. When I hit save, an error message is going to pop up on the screen. Okay? Let's see it happen. Boom. Now, it doesn't seem like it's an error message. It's just kind of like this message telling you what you should not be doing. So if you get this message, it did not like your board. I put the word TikTok in there. It did not like my board. Okay, so I say that to you guys. And so what it says, please note that including personal information, external party web links, prices, or other social media platforms, including TikTok, on your boards may impact how your live is recommended to viewers. Now I'm going to cancel. I don't want to save this board. But with that being said, that board is problematic. And guess what's going to happen? If I kept that on there, TikTok's going to approve the board. They will actually approve this board. And I will have this board on my page. And if there's some stuff that's there, TikTok will give you a restriction saying you're pushing people off the platform or you're doing some other stuff. So just be careful about your board. So make sure you don't have words in there that are problematic, okay? So websites and all this stuff. And I know we all want to work on promoting our businesses and our services and stuff like that. I would tell you don't be mindful of what you put on the board and don't use that to do that type of promotion. Do something like this. Want to go live, beginner tips. And so people are in here, they're stopping and they're like, I do. I want to know a little bit more about going live. I want to know how to create a board. I want to know give beginner tips. I want to understand how to do this. And so that's how you want to draw people in. And then you could use Service Plus. That's another feature if you want to promote that you offer services and stuff, or you can ask people to engage with you by inboxing you and messaging you. Service Plus does have this inbox feature. I'm going to pin my message in here, and so with that, you can have this 30-second message pop up. People can inbox you by clicking here if they're curious about it, or if you are just curious about Service Plus in general. Right below here is the Service Plus symbol. It's that little yellow arrow message, and people can message you that way. And throughout your live stream, you just can get in the habit of telling people to connect with you that way, either way through the pin message or by clicking the Service Plus symbol. I'll show you the Service Plus symbol. So the pin went away. Hold on one second. That's the Service Plus symbol right next to the inbox. Okay. So if anybody clicks that, you get another inbox message that speaks to the type of services. Get in the habit of using that. Set up your Service Plus. I would encourage you to do that, because I think that's where TikTok is going with this. They want to kind of manage, control. They want their hand in the cookie jar. I'm just saying. Um, who's using their services and leveraging that service for what you're trying to do in your live stream, okay, as opposed to saying, oh, go to my webpage, do all this stuff. That gives the impression that you're pushing people off the platform. So just be mindful of how you do things, what you say, and you can leverage Service Plus to kind of get engagement that way. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys coming in. My new friends in the room, if you're new, come in, say hi. We're going to talk about engagement, all right? Because I teased earlier and said this ain't TV. So we are not in TV right now. So you guys have to engage. And so this is not where you just sit back and just watch me. Everything's about engagement on this app. And so if you want to grow, if you want to build, you got to have an engagement mindset, okay? Happy Monday, Candace. How are you, friend? Thank you so much, Robin. You're welcome. So you save, you can have multiple boards. You can switch in and out boards as you see fit. You can have multiple boards. If I wanted to change my boards out right now, I could. So I have a board. I'm going to click the little wand. There's an area in there that speaks to the boards. This board is here, and I'll leave it there for a second. But there's another board. I'm going to put this board up. It says grow your live audience. I could just switch that board out. Okay. I can change it to another board. If I want to talk about my Creator Network agency, I can have that board up. Where's that board at? That's the board I have. That's up there. If I want to talk about live support night, why is that down so low? That's a board I could put up. So you just decide how many boards. I think I have about 10 or 15 boards in here. So you decide what you want to have as your board. Solving live tech glitches. That's a conversation we had a few weeks ago. If I want to talk about elevate your live sound, lighting, and presence, we talk about that. So we talked about my lighting and all the things that we've added here. And so live Q&A, your growth questions answered. So that's a board I had up. So just know you can create multiple boards, and it just depends on what you want to do with your audience and what you're sharing in your live stream. You can have a board that hopefully is part of your marketing and how you are attracting people to your live. Because guess what? There are people listening to me right now. There are people who are sitting back, having tap to watch to come in. You have the tap to watch. They're sitting there like, okay, do I want to listen or do I want to listen out here? And so that's fine if you're that person. I will tell you it's better for you to come in now, get engaged, start connecting with folks, because that's the whole point of this app is engagement, and then come claim your points and get your daily heart meeting. So that way you are becoming an engaged viewer, and TikTok recognize that about you. So I say that because, you want to make sure people know, first of all, they know they're welcome, but you also are using boards because people are looking at that and they're deciding if they want to tap to watch you. Okay. Let me know if you guys have questions. I always want to make sure I'm answering questions along the way. Thank you so much, Ocean. Pat, thank you for joining, friends. Thank you so much, Dr. O. Method, thank you for joining as well. And so let me know if you guys have questions. I want to make sure I'm answering questions. Thank you for the follow as well. So we're going to talk about engagement. I think I'm just going to go there. Thank you so much for that daily heart rate. I think I'm just going to go there because I want you guys to make sure you're engaging. So as you guys are coming into a live, TikTok live in particular, I said earlier, and I'm just going to recap a little bit. We talked about updating your app. Wanted to make sure that your phone is updated, your app is updated, as well as making sure you uninstall and reinstall if you're not getting, the visibility you thought you should. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about engagement as well. How do you make a board? Oh, I just did it. You said, Doctor, oh, you saw me flipping through all those boards. She's like, how did you do that? I'm gonna do a quick, I'm gonna give you Cliff Notes version of it, okay? And then let me know if you still have questions. Question about new campaign, how it works. Okay, Diane, you know what? Let me check something. Oh, you know what? The newest campaign I am not in. Let me check real quick. Coach Jesse came in and said it was not on for her anymore. So let me just see something. Make sure it didn't close. Oh, both of them ended. It ended. I don't know why it ended. Let me look at it. I don't know why it ended. I have so many questions. Do you, Angie, baby? um, why did it end? I don't think I set it up for one day. That don't make sense, y'all. I don't see any details that speak to how it was set up. It just says the end date. I'll have to look at this. So it ended. That's the problem. Both of them ended. So I'll take a look at it. I don't know why it ended though. So I don't think I did that. It doesn't make sense for me to do that. But it did end. So we're going to have to start this one over again. So we'll fix it. I can't obviously go back in time, but we'll have to launch a new one. It have to be a short one, y'all. So we'll see if we can get it going for the month of February. I have so many questions. Angie, you said, what are the hearts? What do the hearts mean? The hearts on the side of my hands are backwards. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it ended. It could have been me, and maybe in my rush to redo it, I set it for 24 hours. That doesn't make sense. It seemed like they would have caught that, but I'll take a look and see if I can kind of go back and see if I can tell what was approved, what it approved it for, and see if it's something in there that tells me why it ended. It doesn't say it right now. Only thing I think of is that the timestamp that it ended because of the way I set it up, but I don't remember doing that. I'll take a look at it though and just make sure, you live and you learn, You do it the first time, you figure it out. You won't make that mistake again if that's the mistake I made. Okay, so really quickly, my boards, really quickly, friend. Boards are something that before you go live, you have to set it up. So Dr. O, before you go live, you have to set it up. And when you are on your live screen, and this is going to be the Cliff Note version of it, you click settings. So this is before you go live. You click setting, and you see the word board. You're going to click that, general. You hear the plus sign up here, and you're going to, let me see, create. And they have some templates here you can use. And you want to make sure you could click a template. There's a board there. Move this around, change the words. This is an engagement board. Um, you can put different messages like tap the screen, share the live, or some other messages relating to your topic, and you can put the board there. What the key takeaway here is that you cannot put words. I made it. I want to take a photo of at some point. It made me what? It made me what? What do you mean? You did an AI board. It made you an AI board. Is that what you mean? Um, I want to take a photo of some. I'm not understanding. You gotta have words. That you can't put pictures. You can put emojis. You can put like emojis, like I put my little cheer things and stuff like that. But you can't put like a whole picture if that's what you mean. When I pick a board, if the next screen was a camera, selfie. Um, no, I don't think you could do that. I think what you're saying is kind of like a overlay or a green screen image. I think that's what you're saying to me. When I select a template, it turned to a screen to create an image. I'm not picturing what you're talking about. Unless you're talking about like the AI features. But that's not, I'm not picturing that. Maybe. I'll try again. Okay. Yeah, I'm not picturing what you're talking about. The AI features. There are a couple different AI tools on TikTok now. There is an AI board but it's, again, it's words and stuff, but I'm not sure in terms of pictures and selfies and stuff. I don't think so. So I have to go back and look. I tried to make a board yesterday for the first time and it never showed up on my screen. You got to go back and click use. You got to use the board. So go back into the board listings where the board would be. It will be listed under here, and then click use. Okay. Thank you so much. You said preach, Money Jenkins. Hello, friend. Thank you so much for being here. You said give the tea. You're so sweet. Thank you, friend. So yeah, I don't. Dr. O, let me know if that helped. I hope we were talking about the same thing. Andrew, you asked what the hearts are. The taps that are happening on the screen. Those are called likes. So I'll show you also. Thank you so much for that, Populars. Yes. Um, People who are liking the live. So that's what that means. People are liking the live. I'm going to show you in a second because that's engagement. That's free support. So give me about 3 minutes and I'm going to talk about engagement. Do you have to click on the board during your live for it to show up? You can do it before your live. You can do it before your live and it'll show up for you. Let me go to my other account so you guys can see it real quick. So my other account has boards already created. You see where it says use? You see where that board popped up? You see hide, it went away. Use popped up there. Those are the little emoji symbols I was talking about you can put in there. But all that is type stuff. I'm not sure. Anything that you're seeing that other people are using for like a board message, they probably have what's called a green screen overlay that they're using. And they created something maybe in Canva and made it a little bit more decorative and they added that. Or they might be using Live Studio. That's another way to go live. You can go live on the computer. That's Live Studio on the computer. And they're adding that image to their screen as part of the Live Studio. That could be it as well. So I don't want to minimize the fact that Live Studio could be the way what you're seeing as well. How do you get a banner on live? That's what we were just talking about. You're adding a board. That's what you're doing, friend. So you're adding a board. Good afternoon. Thank you so much, friends. I just wanted to make sure. Are we good with the board conversation? The board is a way to add marketing materials. You got to be careful. You cannot have on your board the word TikTok. That's a no-no. You can't have any social media platforms. You cannot have web pages, websites, web links. You cannot have pricing. Don't try to have that dollar sign. I would say take that off. You cannot have your name or personal identifying information. So your boards can be stuff like this to market, but you got to be careful about what you have because TikTok will restrict your views, and it may even give you a restriction. Um, why the heart me? How do we get it? How to get and receive it? Oh, Robin, yes, the heart me is part of people becoming part of your community. You definitely want people to send heart me's and stickers. So you definitely want to do that. And are you using a computer or a phone? I'm using a phone right now. Medical carrier recruiter here. What do y'all do? Listen to her. She's giving good real tips. You will have to use. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate that. Are you broadcasting from a phone and tablet? So yeah, this is my phone, friend. This is my phone. I am not on a. I am on my cell phone as an Apple iPhone 16. I do use my tablet on the YT. I'm over there co-streaming. So I'm streaming in both places right now. Good afternoon, my friend from California. How you doing, friend? I am your friend from Florida. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate the taps, the shares, the gifted. You guys are awesome for the community gifts. Okay, couple things. Thank you. You're welcome. So, a couple things I wanted to say. You guys came in and y'all was saying some great questions. So boards, I'm gonna leave boards alone for a little bit. Are we good? We just went through boards 2 times. So let me know if we're good. But if you guys want to come back, I had already reviewed it. So if you guys want to come back, I'm happy to talk about it tomorrow. I go live daily at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern daily. So you can come back and I'm happy. I go over boards all the time. So it's not anything I don't like discussing. So I'm fine with it, friends. But let's move on. I was going to mention something really quickly about restrictions because we had a friend earlier that said they got a violation versus a restriction. I want to make sure we understand what that means so that you guys can manage through it as you get them. And just so you know, if you guys are new to my room, I am an agency, a creator network agency. I go live twice a day. We have over 170 people in the agency. We are growing. We're a great community of supporters. We understand what it means to go live with confidence and ease and support each other. So let me know if you have questions about that. I'll talk about the agency in a little bit, but I want to also say that as I talk about some of the stuff that I support when people are getting violations. So that's where I was about to go with that. Let's connect. Oh, you're a medical carrier recruiter. Looking to connect with other businesses. Okay, good, good business. Um, so thank you all for being here. So really quickly, I always use the analogy. Restrictions is like when you're in high school, when you get in school detention. Hey Jay, thank you so much. So when you get in school detention, you are having to go into a timeout. You got to sit in a room after school. You're in detention hall, whatever. So your live stream is restricted for that particular live for maybe 10 minutes. It might be the rest of the live where it's not pushed out to the FYP. So you got put in timeout. Okay? So that's what happens with restriction. You can get restrictions for any number of reasons. If you're pushing people off the platform, if you're doing what's called follow for follow, where TikTok is like, we don't like that shady engagement, we want real engagement. Okay? So you got to make sure that how you're engaging matters. What's some other static image? Like TikTok doesn't like when you have the shopping cart on and you have panels up and stuff like that. TikTok is like, well, if you're doing shop, do shop. Don't have your friends come over. You got to stay focused, talk about the products. So just keep that in mind. There's different restrictions for different reasons, but the restriction is there. Let me say this. I'm going to say this very clearly. Whenever you get a restriction or a violation, always, always, always appeal it. Okay? There should be an appeal option, a little button to appeal. Go ahead and look, check your analytics. There's a little house where you can swipe from right to left, but always appeal it. Okay? So that's the first thing I want to let you guys know. I don't want you guys to be out here be like, oh, I got a restriction, I ain't do nothing about it. Or I got a violation, I ain't do nothing about it. Always appeal it. Okay? That's what you want to do. That's first and foremost. Now, a violation is the other side of it. So I told you high school detention room violation is when you get suspended. Okay, so your parents got to come. You got the whole situation that you are out of school for at least a few days, if not more. So just recognize the same thing that happens here. If you get a V, then you're getting it for something you said or did, and then ultimately, TikTok is saying you need to not be on the app for a couple days, maybe a week, depending on what you did. It could have been gambling, it could have been fraud or scams. We've seen age restrictions, we've seen nudity, we've seen all types of stuff. It's TikTok is very particular about its community guidelines, so just be careful about what you're doing. Or if you're showing products, that's a big one in terms of showing other people's brands, products, and stuff, and you don't have permission, especially those designer labels, you can get a violation for that. So be careful, okay? Go Live Crew, how you doing, friend? Thank you for that daily heart me. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that those are the two things. So when we're talking about boards, like I said, be careful about what you put on those boards, okay? Be careful. Hey, Fred, look at you. I have your name on my board. Go Live Crew. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you helping new creators go live with confidence. That's what we do here. Awesome, Fred. Thank you so much. Hey, Kim, thank you for the roses. And so keep that in mind. That's the difference between restrictions and violations. So I want you guys to be careful as you're engaging, but I want you to engage. I want you to go live, but I want you to be mindful about how you're setting yourself up, okay? And what you're doing in your life. Thank you all for the roses. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the support. So now we're going to talk about engagement. Okay. Let me know if there's questions. If I missed your question, sometimes TikTok will filter messages and then sometimes the chat may get a little bit out of my way. But feel free to put your comment back in. I'm happy to answer. Pastor D, how are you, friend? Sam, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for that daily heart me. Is it Sean? Thank you so much for supporting the live as well. So yeah, how you doing, friend? Hello. Um, so keep that in mind. Hello, good evening, everybody. Boom, Digital Diva, thank you so much for all the shares and the support. If you guys don't mind liking the live, sharing, I'm going to talk about this real quick because my friend asked about the hearts. I want to really go live. All right, Mimi. Hey, what's the hold up, friend? What's the hold up? You was here. You was here the other day. So what you waiting on? You got this. So okay, let's do this. Hey, Dr. Foster, how are you, friend? You said sorry. Oops. No, you're fine. What you do? You're good. Thank you for sharing out the live. I appreciate it, friend. Thank you for the support. That's important. That is okay. So really quickly, there is a such thing called free support, and then there's some support you need coins for. Okay. So Robin, you asked about the daily heartbeat. Robin, let me know if you're still with me. Oh, you hit the guest button. Okay, I missed it. So Robin, let me know if you're still with me. And then who was my friend? I missed it. Who asked me about the hearts? Let me know if you're here. Robin, you're here. Okay. So Robin, stay with me. This is for you, friend. You asked about the daily heart me and getting coins. So I'm going to talk about that. And then there was one of my friends asked about the hearts that are coming up on the side. So free support, and there's support you need coins for. Okay. And I said earlier, when you come to someone's live, you are engaging. Okay. I jokingly say you entered a threesome. Okay. Whether you liked it or not, whether you liked it or not, that's what's happening here. Okay, it's a relationship between you, me, and TikTok. The three of us are working together. All right, so that's what's happening. So because of that, you are expected to engage. All right. There's an expectation in this room, okay? So we are not just looking at TV. You're not just looking at me. The expectation for anybody's live room that you go to is that you're doing that engagement. And if they don't want you to engage, then you might want to leave that room because they don't understand what's supposed to happen here. Okay? So just keep that in mind. You gotta, this is all about you engaging. And I teach that because I want you all to teach that to your community because your community has to engage as well. For this to go well, TikTok wants to see that activity. They want you to essentially have people in your live connecting and growing and building and supporting all that is happening here. So the support that is free support comes from what's called liking the live. That's the hearts. So when people are hearting your live, they are they're liking the live. That's what the hearts you see. Thank you. Who's hearting my live like that? Is that somebody from the community? Y'all hearting away? Because it wasn't me. I wasn't tapping a second ago. So I appreciate all the love that's happening. I appreciate all the taps that you guys are doing. And so um, I want to make sure I don't miss comments. Thank you so much. So I appreciate you said me, y'all got a shoe. Thank you so much, Fred. I appreciate you. And I can check too because I appreciate all the support. You are tapping friend 719. I appreciate it. You said it's me, Lavonna. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. You are 131 taps. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for liking the live. So what's happening? I'm going to show you guys. I hope you guys can see this with the color. Oh, thank you. Thank you, friend. Thank you so much. You said boom. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate the support. Thank you for the mask. Thank you so much. Boom, boom. Thank you. Hey, Trisha T, how are you? You said and kaboom. All right, friend. Um, okay, you see those hearts. So as you are tapping, this is called actually a tapper. Um, you said, yeah, baby. Thank you so much, friend. So I'm gonna turn this down some. Uh-oh, turned it up. Turn it up to about 7. Um, so when you are tapping, you'll see really quickly, if you tap the screen, there's a heart that's gonna pop up here. And that little line is gonna be a line that crawls across. You guys probably can't tell with the color, but it's like a pink heart. And then it's gonna get fatter. You see all those dots percolate out of that heart? And you could tap, tap, tap. The tapper does it for you. It helps to kind of get things moving and grooving for you a little faster so you don't have to worry about your fingers. And Leanne has a 3-finger technique that she does to get her taps going, but the tapper is a great way to do it too. So when you let go, it shows you, and it spills confetti on the screen. It shows you that we just did 200, what was that, 237, I think. But that confetti falls on the screen. You see the confetti. I don't. So that's a little, TikTok has all these cute little ways to get engagement going, but that is one of them. So those hearts is helping the live, okay? It's helping the live. It's helping that engagement. Thank you for the populars. I appreciate you, friends. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love, the love gift too. So all of that is part of that engagement that's happening. And so as that tapping happens, these hearts will show how many likes have happened. That is free support. How many lives do you do per day? I do two Empowering Woman. I do a 10 a.m. and a 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm in Orlando, Florida. So I do two a day. Thank you for asking. For women who are done surviving and ready to live on their own terms, self wealth, and then it self worth, and then it cuts off for me. But thank you for being here. But yeah, I do, and this is part of what I do. I love it. So, and I'm connected with you all. I also do this as recruiting for the agency too. So I'll talk about the agency shortly, but I just want to make sure I answer some questions first. So, do likes really play a role? They do play a role. Those likes help with your visibility. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. As more people are coming in, you see more activity happening. That is helping TikTok to see this is as a interesting, engaging live, and you got more people coming through and supporting, grabbing their daily heart me. The follows are coming through as well. So all that is helping your live stream. Hello, how you doing, Spark Sprinkle? Thank you so much to Brave Heart Design. Thank you for the follow, friend. So something I want to show you. Click the number of people in the room. I haven't done this in a while. I need to talk about this more, and I think you all need to talk about this with your communities. Hello, loving myself. Appreciate your friend. Click the number of people in the room. Click that number 42 now. 41. So people leaving. Y'all want to leave. All right. That's okay, y'all. Y'all can learn this from behind. You're going to miss the opportunity. Once you click, these are the top viewers in the room. You see where everybody has points. So these are your top viewers. First of all, these are people you want to pay attention to because they know how to engage, especially my top two bubbles here, 1 and 2. But more so than that, I want you guys to click the question mark. Okay. Thank you for the follow, friend. I appreciate you. I want you to click that question mark in the right corner because that question mark breaks down how points are calculated, how people are getting points for their engagement. And so, what TikTok does is try to have ways for the viewer to have an overall enriching, interactive experience. So they have little things like giving points for the likes that you're sharing. I'm going to talk about this daily heart me right in a second because that's really, really important. That goes back to Robin's conversation question. And I haven't answered your question yet, Robin, but that goes back to it. And then it also goes to the likes that you see in here. So if you click that question mark, it actually told you very clearly in black and white. You get points for your likes. You get those points that are showing up in there. Those are points that you're getting. You get 3 points for every 10 minutes of like in the live. Okay, so you're getting points for just tapping the screen. You get points for putting comments in. And then you get points for the gifting. So we'll talk about the gifting in a second too in the Daily Heart Me. Hello, everybody. Let me catch up on comments real quick. I'm new to TikTok, just going live a few months ago. This information is needed. You're welcome, friend. I appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate the support. Come on in, friends. Hello, new here from FYP. What is that? Is it Michelle? Thank you so much for being here. A real estate investor. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your friend. Thank you all for coming in. As you guys come in, we're going to talk about engagements. I want you guys to be engaged viewers and then engage live hosts who educate their viewers. Okay. So you got to educate your viewers because people were like, I didn't know. I had no clue. So, and then TikTok is messy. TikTok is telling on y'all. So I see what y'all do and don't do. I see it. So everything on the screen as a live host you can see. What do you do with the points? The points you're collecting to level up to show that you are an engaged viewer. So it's more about recognition. I think that's the way I would say it. It's not like you exchanging the points to now buy stuff from TikTok Shop. Mm-mm. They should do that. They really should, but they don't. So it's about recognition in the room, and that visibility, that recognition is important because that also will spill over to how people are engaging with you and how that supports your live stream, your content. That visibility is important. So I'm going to say that I want to minimize that recognition and visibility that you get for it. Do you have a routine for fan club? Nurture sequence doc. Say that again. Oh, that's. I was like, who's a hella cute? That's not your. I gotta get used to this new photo. Your avatar. I was like, who is that? Hey, LQ, do you have a routine for fan club nurture sequence? Help me out. My brain didn't calculate that correctly, process that correctly. Was it, you mean nurture sequence, fan club nurture sequence? I'm not computing. Let me know what you meant by that. Um, Let me know what you meant by that. Came in from FYP, now a fan. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. Appreciate you. So, let me know what you meant by that, Halaku. I didn't process that well. Alex, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, Alex. Hello, new to the room from FYF. Thank you for that, Arctic Storm Wolf. Appreciate the support. You guys, make sure you guys are engaging. We got some new friends in the room. Let's see. You said people need to engage on your live, not just watch it. It is there. Format you can download to teach others. Oh. um, So on my content, I talk about engagement on my content. I do have playlists that speak to how to engage, and I talk about that. In terms of watching my live, I do make my live available on the YT. So right now I'm co-streaming. I'll show you guys real quick. Do I play Joe? Joe, are you from Coach Jesse? Is this your Joe? Let me know if this is your Joe. Hey newbies, I'm Holly Q. Coach Jesse, is this your Joe? Are you in here from Coach Jesse's room? Let me know. I'm gonna change the avatar. Just the daily routine for nurturing our fan club after every live, one times per week. Um, you're talking about in terms of reaching out to them and connecting. I think that's a brilliant idea. I think that's a brilliant idea. What I would tell you, Halaku, is that you can create a group chat just for your fan club. And I know you have your bulletin, but you can create a group chat just for your fan club members, level 10 and above, and then obviously super fans. So if you have some engaged people, you can create a group chat just for them, just to say, here's some information I'm sharing with you all. You guys can use this chat to engage with one another. I want us to continue to foster community and stuff. So yeah, that's a brilliant idea. I love it. You can have up to 300 people in that group chat too. If you want to make it that big, it's up to you. But you can do several different things. And you can have different levels. Maybe you have a group for level 10 and then have a group for level 20, then 30s, then the 40s, then the 50s. So that's a brilliant idea to keep that nurturing going. Yeah. Hello. Thank you so much. Let me show you my playlist real quick because that question came up. Let me just show you. Not my playlist. I'm just gonna show you guys real quick. Flip my camera. So I'm here. I'm on the YT. Hey friends. Hey friends. So I show that because you just asked the question about being able to go back and engage. Hold on, let me flip my camera before I put it down. That's part of it. I do a playlist as well. And then that's probably the main way I have it right now. I am, to answer your question, is that your Joe? um, I am going to create a video course, as part of my Service Plus benefits. So if people want to grab that, I'm trying to get that done before the month is out. So it'll probably launch at the end of the month. But I'm going to do a video course series for people who understand engagement, understanding some of the core features. I also want to do it for my people who are nervous and afraid. So I'm trying to have a couple different videos that speak to relevant topics. So let me know if that's what you meant, friend. Jay, I think you asked that question. Let me know if that's what you meant. But if that's not what you meant, then let me know what you meant. So let me know what you meant, friend. So let me say, um, let me know if there's any questions. Halaki, well, hopefully I answered your question too. I don't know if I went in the wrong direction with that. Hopefully that answered your question. Warren, I was nervous and afraid. Getting better now. Feel dumb when you're sitting there talking to you. I need it. I need that. You said you need that, the nervous, afraid stuff. Yeah. How do you get the heading on top? Real talk, Rhonda. How you doing, friend? That's a board. Rhonda, you got to come back tomorrow now because I didn't do the board conversation 3 times. People keep asking about my board, but yeah, it's a board, friend. He's like, how did you do that? So Warren, really quickly, you said I'm sorry. No, you're fine. You're fine. But no, stay with me for a little bit, and I'll recap it again. I don't mind recapping. Um, So here's what I will say, Warren. Did I do a board conversation on my content? I need to do a board video. I'm gonna do a board video. I need to do that. I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I don't think I've done it yet. Anyway, Warren, really quickly. Here's what I say. Here's what I'm gonna say real quick. When it comes to talking live, so first of all, I want you to think of it in two different ways. This live is about practice. You're not being perfect in the beginning. It's uncomfortable, it's hard. Your day one is not like your day 20. I tell people that all the time. You will get better over time as you do it. So keep going live for that reason. And then the other thing I say is that, you know what, at the end of the day, in the beginning, I got really comfortable talking to myself because at first of all, I love myself. Okay. I love me. I love talking to me. It was also practice for me in a sense that my alter ego, I'm introverted, I'm nervous. So the things I would say and do that I would do in my head, because you know how us introverts operate. We say stuff in our heads and then we walk away. We're like, oh, why did we say that out loud? So this became my way of talking and communicating the things that I was thinking. And I would practice doing that. Those who came into the room, I appreciate you all being here. Say hi. Let me know who you are. Say if you're new to the room, feel free to put new in the chat. We are engaging, so feel free to connect and engage with folks too. I apologize that I didn't say hi to all of you. And so just know that part of this is just you getting comfortable with you looking at yourself, you're sharing information. There are some people watching you. I'm just saying, because people are always watching from the outside, even the people right now watching me. Come on in, get your points, your daily heart me, engage and connect. That's the whole point of this. Don't no point just sitting on the outside. You want to engage, you want to build. This is an engagement app. But with that, you want to continue to grow. And so don't feel nervous in the beginning. Well, I'm saying don't let the nerves overtake you to the point that you don't do. Okay? That you don't take action. Don't let the fear overtake your faith. Okay? So keep showing up, keep doing it. I was sharing the comment earlier. There's a creator, he's a podcaster, YouTuber, and his name is Gary Vee. So I'll just name drop for a second. He had a brilliant comment that he made recently, and he said, people, the difference between people who are successful or not are essentially discipline and patience. Okay, so people don't have the discipline to sit there and talk to themselves and continue to have this conversation, connect with people. Thank you all who are coming into the live. I see you flying in. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much, Radiant. Thank you so much, friend. Radiate Wellness. And so people don't have the discipline and people don't have the patience. So if that is you, where you always let things kind of stop before it really gets started because you're in your head or people in your ear being negative, then you got to make sure that you are disrupting that. Okay? Created by account yesterday, needs some extra love. Okay, friend, how you doing? Her gracefully paid. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the room. He's good. Yeah, he's real good. He's real good. He's real good. He's straight up no chase. I love it. So you should have certain topic that you are discussing. Sam, I am. So you should have. You're asking. That's a question, friend. Because the answer is yes. Yeah, you should. In my opinion, you should operate within a niche. And that way, people who are in the room, they kind of know what to expect from you. They know what we're more or less going to cover because you're operating within that niche. Okay, so you want to definitely have something that is anchoring your conversation. Okay, or what you're doing essentially. Because I tell people, as a live host, you're here to educate, entertain, or inspire. And so as people are coming into your live, they're looking for one or all of those categories from you. And so you want to make sure that you are either sharing something educational, something informative for your community, you're entertaining them, maybe you're cooking, maybe you're working out, maybe you're singing, maybe you're dancing, maybe you're playing an instrument, maybe you're crocheting, whatever it is, you're doing something that they are there for. Okay? Your audience is there for a reason. And so you got to know who your audience is. If you are a person who is sitting here right now, it's like, Doc, I want to talk to everybody. Everybody's my audience. Everybody's welcome to my live. That's fine. And that very well may be true. But that is not your target audience. Your target audience cannot be everybody. Just like when we watch TV commercials and we're looking at, you know, a McDonald's commercial, but I'm vegetarian or vegan. McDonald's don't excite me. I can't go to McDonald's. Maybe for their fries, maybe. But that ain't doing it for me. so so just know I'm not vegetarian and vegan either though. I'm not. How you meet? You said that's a good point. So your audience, this is marketing. This is digital marketing. Thank you, Ocean Summer. How you doing, friend? This is digital marketing. That's what this is. This is a subset of digital marketing. We are live streaming. We are on TikTok Live. We are live host. Okay? That's what we're doing. We're hosting a live stream. All right? That's what we're doing. And so as we're doing this, we are marketing ourselves. This is our brand. Okay? So you know your brand. And if you know your brand, you need to know your audience. So you got to know your audience. Who are you talking to? You need to make sure you sit in that space of saying, who am I actually doing this for? And if your answer is everybody, then I'm going to ask you to go back to the drawing board. Your answer can't be everybody. Let me just be very clear. I may be talking to experienced creators. There may be some in here. There's quite a few in the agency that are experienced. I'm going to just let y'all know y'all are experienced. However, this topic is mainly for my beginners. My people who are nervous, afraid, shy, trying to figure this thing out for the first time, who want tips, who want advice, and want questions answered. I'm mainly talking to my people who are older millennials, Gen Xers, baby boomers. Because guess what? The young kids ain't trying to hear from me. I'm just saying I'm not cool enough for them. So at the end of the day, I'm talking to people who are like me, who can relate to me, who want to learn and grow from me. Now, am I the only person doing this? No. There's enough room for all of us because there's other people out there probably doing the same exact thing, but people relate to them differently because they essentially feel like, okay, you know what, this person, I know, like, and trust them. I'm feeling their vibe. You guys say I'm calm and the way I share stuff is really easy to learn. Where there's another person who likes somebody who got more energy, who yell at them, who like to do, who like the yelling. Although y'all say y'all don't like the yelling, there's somebody out there who wants me to yell, who will wish I was a yeller, who enjoys the yeller and the enthusiasm from the yellers. So that's okay. There's enough of us out here for everybody, so don't feel like you have to be a certain way and do things a certain way too. He said, I'm new. I have posted content, but haven't gone live yet. That's okay. You'll get there, friend. Hi from the FYP. How you doing, Marshy? Thank you so much. I appreciate you both coming in to Brave Hearts Design. I love that, friend. So just know there's somebody for everybody. Trent, you said when someone engaged in someone's live, should that live host engage by liking some of their post? Um, there's different strategies for how they engage. Honestly, because I'm on the live side so much, I go to lives. I try to go to lives. Do I try to go into content? Every now and then I'll get to the content, but I try to go to lives. And so my people know that. And I guess y'all know that about me. If y'all didn't know, y'all know now. So I, because that's easier for me. I'm in the streets. I'm going live and stuff, and I'll get to the content too. Sometimes they have to tell me, like Trisha T, I just saw her. She has to tell me, like, Doc, you see my video? or Coach just say, Doc, I need to do video. So I'll get over there. Or Leanne when she told me about her video with the iguana. But I do mainly do lives. So I was asking, is there a tutorial for the host to show people how to engage on your live? Um, TikTok does have beginner resources and tools. So when you go live, there's a whole group of video modules you can do as a live host. So there are some beginner tools over there. So that's what you can look at. There are some tools that talk about engagement. Some videos that talk about engagement. So that does exist, Jay. Um, there are people like me and other live hosts that will take things from our live and we'll give tips and stuff and we'll do video content that way. I know I've done some. So yeah, there is some video content out there. And so people will use that as a way to support live hosts. But at the end of the day, TikTok does have some training videos that talk about how do you get people to engage in your live and some of the different features here. I think that's answering your question. Let me know if I still got it off. If I'm not right about it. I engaged on live. I like and I love being the number one viewer. That's my thing. Is it really? All right, friend. Have at it. Have at it. You are welcome to the room, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. What is the difference between TikTok and TikTok Live? TikTok is an app with all the different things in here, and then the TikTok Live is here. Now, you didn't say TikTok Live Studio. TikTok Live Studio is the computer. Okay? That's when you're on your desktop or your laptop going live on the computer. That's Live Studio. So if you ever hear the word live, it has to be live in front of it. Live Studio. There is a TikTok Studio. I don't want to confuse you, but Live Studio is the computer. TikTok Live is traditionally here on the mobile device. So, and then TikTok is just TikTok. It's the whole app. Within TikTok is TikTok Shop, TikTok Live Studio. All of that is TikTok. I meant to say studio. Oh, you meant to put studio. Okay. Okay, got it. It's like I meant studio. That's cute. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, friend. Appreciate you. Um, So let me finish the engagement conversation, Jaya. Let me answer that too, because I showed you guys the question mark up here. So that was like a quick little nugget so that you know that there are ways that TikTok is informing you. I'm gonna say this real quick. TikTok has those question marks and exclamation marks all throughout the app. So if you see one, click it. Click and see what it says. It gives you usually gives you a little bit more context or a definition or something. So I always tell people follow the question marks, read up. If you guys look at the heart me, there's question marks there. If you look at my gift gallery, there's question marks in there. So there's question marks explaining things. If you are sitting in a live room and you got your tapping, or you're doing comments and you want to pause for a second because you can't tap and click and stuff at the same time. But if you want to pause and look at stuff, you can look and read some of that stuff. There's plenty of reading going on. So just know that everything is in here for you from a viewer perspective and from a live host perspective. Okay? So there's information for you there. And then they have the community guidelines, they have the Creator Academy, they have some other things that are available to you. There's a live academy, that's what I was talking about with some of those videos. So you can learn under there as well. Um, some of the other things I was going to point out, I talked about the likes, that's what those hearts represent. Sharing the live is also important. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. If you hadn't noticed, there's the arrow in the corner. If you share out the live, that is support. Hey, Miss Vicky, if you share out the live, that's important to do because that shows TikTok. Well, first of all, it broadens the reach of the live host because you're now sharing it out to your community and to people you know. And that's other people who may not have been exposed to the live. So that is important. So you want your viewers to repost the live, add it to their story, share the live out. Thank you for that daily heart me. That is important. So you'll hear people talking about sharing the live all the time. I thought one day I saw someone that said TikTok light, TikTok light. What does that mean? No, I haven't heard of that one. Let me know if somebody else in the room, TikTok light or lit. Is that what you meant? Oh, I forgot to share. Thanks. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing, everybody. Thank you. Hello, Miss Vicky. How you doing? Um, Power share. That's what I was going to say. So power share. TikTok light. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. I haven't heard of that. Stephanie's World. Hello. So I'm gonna touch down on my nose, as you can tell. So if you press the center of the screen, like I did here, I pressed the center of the screen. They call that a power share, and that's what you're doing. You can share it out to other people. You can send it to these people and just share it. And if you scroll all the way down, there's a question mark. Because you'll get to the point where you share it out to the same folks over and over again. And you're like, you know what? Let me just type in the word. Let me type in the word cat, C-A-T. And so anybody who got C-A-T in their name, I'll share it out to them. Let me type in the word. Oh, that was car, my bad. Let me type in the word. I said cat. Let me say dog. There's digital and stuff like that. So you could share it out to various people. I said earlier, and I'm just going to add this little nugget to you all real quick. It's important. It's important. Let me repeat. I told you this is an engagement app. You are not sitting here watching television. You're You're coming on TikTok to engage. I'm going to say that clearly. So if it's an engagement app and you are sitting around and you've been on this app, I'm gonna call some people out a little bit. I may step on some toes, but if you are sitting around on this app and you've been here for, I'm gonna say 6 months, and you've been engaging and connecting or engaging on the app and watching lives and doing all this stuff, but you still sitting around with like 2,000 followers, 3,000 followers, you ain't been engaging. Okay, you know how I know that? Because if you have been here that long, and hopefully I stepped on a few toes. I'm not sure if I did or didn't. But if you've been here that long and your views, your follower count is still that low, you haven't engaged enough. That means that you are not connecting with people as you're going to these lives and connecting and doing that. How are you doing? I have to do better. You got to do better. Sean, you got to do better. Okay, you said engage. Let me show you how to engage. I'm gonna do this, friend. So, like here. So when you're in here, you can press somebody's photo in here. And then you see that little symbol here. Ocean Sama. Ocean Sama, I need to follow you. I'll follow you back, friend. And I'm going to say hi. This is my backup account. I'm going to say hi, friend. Don't say scooped. Don't say connected. Don't say any of those other grow room type language. We're just going to say hi, friend, and you connected with them. Okay? So, Coach Jesse, did I step on your toes, friend? Wait, oh Lord, I did step on your toes. I'm sorry, Coach Jesse. my bad. I'm out here stepping on toes. You said mine too. I stepped on your toes. I didn't mean to step on y'all feet like that. But look here. This is an engagement app. So I want y'all to engage. You said mine too. Oh, Ocean, you know what? You know what, friend? Your toes need to be stepped on. Ocean, your toes need to be stepped on. I'm just saying, friend, you ain't even at 1,000. So I need you to get busy, friend. He said, hey, I respect and welcome to honesty. Okay. He said, Ocean, I'm still standing on your feet, huh? He's like, you still stepping on my toes. But look here, I want you guys to engage. That's what this is about. Okay. Now I don't tell y'all to pick up fleas. Okay. I tell you all the time. If you lay down with dogs, you're gonna wake up with fleas. So just don't pick up any old thing. Okay. But you really should be engaging. There is no reason. There is no. You said, ouch. You said you got this, Ocean. You got this. Miss Vicky said you got this, friend. This is an engagement app, so I want you guys to engage, okay? Okay, you said I'm doing better. You're gonna do better. Hey, sweetie pie, how you doing, friend? But real talk, y'all gotta engage. That's what this app is all about. If you're sitting back just thinking like, oh, you'll grow, you'll figure it out, that's fine for the first 30 days. I might give you the first 60 days. You're still trying to see if you want to be here, what this looks like. But if you've been here, like I said, if you've been here a little longer than 6 months, especially my folks who didn't celebrate the 1 year anniversaries, I know I'm stepping on some toes now. We need to engage. We need to get to those other milestones. We're gonna set some goals for ourselves. We need to set some goals that speak to you. So we need to set some goals for ourselves, okay? So I want us to grow. And he said, oh Lord. I want us to grow. We got to get there, friends. We got to get there. So we got it though. All right. So that means that we're going to start showing up differently, but we got to engage. So my new friends in the room, y'all know, at the end of the day, y'all still kind of figuring this out, my newbies. So that's who we're talking about, beginner tips and stuff. But that engagement is so key. And I came in at a bad time. You did not. You did. This is a good time. Very good time. But we gotta make sure we're doing that engagement, and that engagement looks like where you can say hi to people, you connect with them. You know, the question I got asked about engaging in content. You can be intentional about engaging in content that you like and that you're passionate about, and connecting with those people. It's Girl Cross. How you doing, friend? Welcome back. So he said, "Hi there, hi, friend, hi, welcome, welcome." Living in Clearwater, Florida. Hey, neighbor. Um, so you can do that by connecting with people while you're here. So when you're in a chat, you see the people saying, "Hi, friend, hey," they connecting. They are connecting. You can decide how that looks like for you to connect back. Let me say this to you all. You ain't got to be married to nobody forever, okay? You connect with them, you get different milestones for a little bit. Maybe you're looking to get TikTok shop. Maybe you're trying to get to that 10K goal. Maybe you're trying to get to the next milestone, 25K, 50K, whatever. You do it for a little bit, and then some of those people may not come with you along the way. That happens all the time. You have people who start off with you and you'll never see them again. Or if you do see them, maybe they show back up once or twice as you're doing your thing, going live and connecting with other people and growing and ascending. So just know, not everybody you got to stay with. You say you do purge. Yeah, you can purge. You can you can purge you definitely need to purge your followers from the banned accounts perspective. But I'm saying who you're following. You can drop those numbers. You only can follow 10,000. So if you connect with people today and you're like, oh, they never connected back with me. I don't know about this. I'm gonna purge some of this list. You can do that. Hey Eugene, how you doing, friend? So just keep that in mind. I don't want you guys to feel like, oh my gosh, this is going to be uncomfortable for me. Maybe you decide that you don't want to continue to have them on your following feed. Maybe you decide you don't want to make them your friends anymore. Maybe you work on your For You feed so it really shows you the people you do want to engage with and connect with. So you be intentional about how you're thinking about this app. Mixing up with GG, hello friends, but you got to build your community. I started this whole conversation by saying to do the power share. So let me bring this full circle. To do the power share, you want to have people who you can share it with. Okay? Because not everybody on the app at the same time. Thank you so much for the populars. You need to have people you can share it with. So if you don't have a lot of followers, you ain't got a lot of people to share it with. So you got to grow your community so you can have people to share with for your live, for other lives, to engage in your content. You got to build your community for those reasons too. So that's where I was going with this comment. So I know I stepped on some toes and I apologize. I didn't mean to do that. Y'all know I don't do that. Dream loving me. Hello, friend. Y'all know I try to treat people the way I want to be treated, okay? So I appreciate y'all indulging in that. But just make sure that you're intentionally growing your community. You got to think about this. If you said it's all in love, it is. It is. Thank you so much, Flourish. How you doing, friend? Look at you. Appreciate that, friend. Thank you so much. So let's go back. Okay, so we talked about liking the live. That's important. You see those hearts are flowing. The hearts are flowing. That's the hearts up here. We are moving and grooving, y'all. So we got a lot of people that have come in tonight. I appreciate the support. We're going to like the live. We share the live. So you guys repost it and share. If you're in the room, that means that you are understanding how to repost and share. Crazy question. What does it mean when the message sign pops up at the bottom of the screen? What message sign? Like DM the creator? Let me know what you meant. What message sign are you seeing? Are you seeing something here? Let me know if that's what you're saying. I think that's what you're saying. Jay, something's popping up here. Or is it giving you like a black message that gives you said 5 messages? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're seeing. Personality pins and gifts. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. I'm not sure what you're seeing, friend. Is it in black? Let me know if it's in black. You said on vacay, but wanted to check in. Love. Oh, you said love my LY family. You so sweet. Are you on vacay? What you mean you on vacay? What you talking about? What does that mean, friend? Where are you vacationing? I think you did say you were about to be on vacation. I can't remember where though. I knew something was happening in February. Thank you all on vacay all week, Doc. But you're doing your live? Because I saw you live today. So I went to your live today. I was like, I was in your live. So, okay. All right. Well, enjoy, friend. Um, so, okay, friends, like you said, I did my live and then went live. Okay, we live. Okay, okay. Well, enjoy, friend. Enjoy your time away. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I'm gonna be figuring stuff out in a few weeks myself. I'm gonna be on vacation too, so I'll figure it out. I plan on going live, y'all. I have goals and I have a streak. So I have goals. Let me say this. I announced this earlier. If you guys get a chance to see it in my and Jay, I didn't see a response. So Jay, let me know if I didn't answer your question, friend. You said I'll be live every day through though, no worries. All right, friend. In white at the bottom on the left. In white at the bottom on the left. Does it say DM? I think that's it. It's the Service Plus. It may not look like, let me flip my camera. It's telling you to DM that little message. That's popping up because of Service Plus. Service Plus, and you guys probably see it there. So that's popping up because of Service Plus, I believe. And you guys are seeing that and messaging me. Thank you all who are following. I see all you coming in, following me. I appreciate the support. If you are new to my live, say I'm new. And feel free to say welcome, new here. I want to meet you. We want to engage with you. So feel free to say no on the other side. Is it telling you to share? Is it telling you to share out the live? Maybe it's telling you to do something with sharing. Yeah, I don't know, friend. Maybe it's telling you to do something. Let me know if you guys see it. Anybody else know what Jay is referring to? Hello, God's digital blessing. Thank you so much for being here. Kingdom CMO and Faithpreneur. Glow up your mind and wealth God's way. I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much, newbie all the way. Thank you so much for being here. Bougie on a budget CEO, live seller, fashion deals, deals daily, travel planner. Thank you so much for being here. Wave, how are you? Life changes aren't random. There's a pattern. I love that. It is so true, friend. That is so true. Thank you all for being here, my newbies. Appreciate you. Jay, I don't know if I'm answering your question, friend. You seem like you trying to tell us something that we all need to be aware of. But I don't know if I have the answer. Somebody who has been here, can we answer Jay's question? See if we know what exactly he's referring to. He said building confidence for the over 40 crew. I love that through beauty, skincare, and better health. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for chiming in. I appreciate that. My new friends. Sprinkle, hello, friend. You said, hello, I'm new, trying to grow the community. Thank you so much, friend, for being here. We just talked about engagement, so make sure you are connecting with people as much as you want them to connect with you. Say, hello, friend, how you doing? Welcome. We don't use words like scooped and followed and gotcha and connected and all that stuff. We don't use those words. We are genuine, authentic engagement. Creations made from jewelry with history, heart, and a hint of magic. And then it gets cut off for me, guys. So I appreciate you all coming in. Definitely connect with the other creators in the room. Um, we are a community that is all about growth and building. Okay, so we are here. We're consistent. We're engaging. I am a creator network agency. So if you are interested in learning about the agency, I'm going to talk about that in just a few moments. So I thank you so much for being here. Hello, Neil. I saw a question mark. Let me know if you have a question, friend. Let me know how I can support. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the engagement. It says follower of Jesus Christ, husband, dad, and papa. Thank you so much. 2024 Carnegie volunteer firefighter, and then it gets cut off. But welcome to the room, friend. Thank you all for connecting. So really quickly, before we lose too much time, I just want to share a couple more things. So I talked, and I know this was a long-winded conversation because we had other questions that came in, and it kind of took me in different directions. But I want to say, liking the live, sharing the live, comments. Comments are the next thing. Engagement, as you guys are connecting, that is commenting. Stickers that are in there, and there's a grayed out heart. If you put a comment in, you see this grayed out heart there. You see that heart? Click that. That's another way to get to stickers, okay? So you want to make sure you're doing that as well. Send me a Dr. Lisa care sticker. When I get off the live, I will look more into it. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. So it's weird going live because I am talking to no one. What do I do? What do you do? Is that what you said? What do you do? I keep talking. Here's where I've gotten to the point, you all, and I said this earlier, so I'm gonna repeat just for my newbies in the room, because I've gotten to the point where first of all, I had to get comfortable talking to myself. I love myself. I love myself more than my kids, more than my husband, more than my parents are passed on, but more than them. I love me the most. So I'm just saying, because I love me, I'm sitting here having a conversation with you. I'm having it with my best friend. Okay? So that's the way I see it, first of all. This is my best friend. Me and me, we like each other. We love each other. So I'm having this conversation with me. So that's the mind shift I had about this. So it doesn't make me uneasy and nervous about talking to myself. And I talk to myself anyway, y'all. So you're amazing. So I talk to myself anyway. So this person needed to talk out loud and have an excuse now. So he said I could talk to myself in my head. Hey, now I talk to myself out loud. That's it. He said, "Team loving me." I love that. Hey, friend. Oh my gosh, TikTok is hilarious. TikTok's like, let me send in team loving me. That was funny. You said just ain't answering yourself. I answer myself now too. I'm just saying. Y'all see it in real life. I'll be like, oh, do I want to say that? Yeah, I'm gonna say that. so, so hey, that's what we do. So I'm talking to myself all the time, and so just know that's the mindset I have. That's the mindset I have. So talk to yourself, engage in this process. This process is not easy at first, but you get better at it. You get comfortable. You realize at the end of the day, I was just joking about talking to myself, but I'm talking to real people. You all are real people. You all, I even say the people with the username with all the numbers. I've gotten to the point where I say those are real people. They ain't bots. They real people. It might be bots. They might be bots. Thank you for the roses. You said Jesus Waterworks. Jesus Waterworks. Sweetie Pie does. She does a cooking live, so she will have her Jesus water. She will have her libations, and she's over there cooking away. Like you said, live sales, just not used to this platform. Yes, and it gets easier. Thank you, friend. You're welcome. So it gets easier. I tell you guys, practice makes progress. Let's put the stick in the chat, y'all, for our new friends. Practice makes progress. As you practice this, as you go live, as you do it, you're doing it in a way that you are really, you know, learning each day as you go. So if you're someone who just does it on occasion, it's going to feel uncomfortable every time you go because you ain't going enough. You're not practicing enough. Think about everything you have to do to get better at, whether it's a sport, whether it's running. When we run on the treadmill, and then you got to keep running. You just can't do that one day and think you're going to be not out of breath and all, Olympic level. No, you got to practice. If you want to lose weight, it ain't just one day of dieting going to make you lose weight. You got to keep doing it. Keep doing it every day so that you can see that change happen. And that's what this is about. So you got to keep showing up. And if you don't show up enough, you ain't going to see the change happening. You're not going to see that transformation. So just know this takes time. I was saying earlier, as I was talking about the creator Gary Vee, and he made the comment, it really just stuck with me because I talk about consistency and engagement all the time. So it stuck with me in a sense that, am I lagging? It looked like I was lagging for a second. It stuck with me because in his most recent podcast, he shared the notion of DNP, discipline and patience. That's the one thing that's going to separate successful people from people who give up, who are not successful. I think the question was, what would you tell your younger self or a new creator? He said you got to exercise discipline, the DNP, discipline and patience. And if you don't have that, then yeah, you're not going to be successful. Because people want that instant gratification. You want to see things happen instantly. It doesn't work that way. You got to keep showing up. You got to understand how to do this. You got to understand maybe even some of the cheat codes and some of the ways to do it, improve, do it better and improve. But it requires you to be here and have that discipline and then also have the patience. Okay? Because this is a roller coaster. It goes up and down. You just seen tonight the room has gone up and down. So if that's any indication of what this experience is like, that's what it's like. You'll see things go up and down constantly, and you have to be okay with it. So that's the patient you have to ask. I came here live by chance. I have most interesting conversations with myself, so I get you. Thanks, Evie. That's it. That's what I say, friend. So it gets better over time, but in the beginning, you're a great motivator. Oh, you're so sweet. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, sweetie pie. But at the end of the day, you guys will get better. I don't want you guys to sit back and feel like this is all for naught. It is not. It is. There is some good things in this ride. Whether it is the people you meet along the way, which is to me probably the biggest bonus, because there are some people that I really will ride for. There are some people who are really good people, and so I've been fortunate to meet a lot of people in this role as a creator network owner, but just in this role of meeting people who are doing this for the first time and they come back and they learn from me and they come back and say, I've gone live. I've done my first 3 lives. I'm going live all the time. And so that I love. I love it, love it, love it. And so it's been a great experience. So I will tell you, it's not easy. I don't profess that this is going to be an easy thing, but it does get easier. Okay? It does get easier. The more you show up, the more you commit to the process, the more you are open to learning and growing and building a thick skin to a certain extent, a thick skin that is TikTok. So that you can sometimes have a room that's doing well and sometimes a room not doing well, or having to weather through when the room is not doing well in the beginning and dealing with that for maybe the first 30 days or so. All that matters, but then you're going to find your people. Okay? I probably would have never gone live if not for your patience and all my questions. You said I'm the best. Oh, you're so sweet, Kim. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Hey, I do have a lot of patience. I would admit that. I do have a lot of patience, y'all. But no, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So it's fun, and I don't mind answering the questions. And obviously, I do it because I recognize what it means to be a beginner. I recognize what it means to be kind of new at this. I know who I am, and your audience is a reflection of you. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. So y'all questions is questions I give, questions I have, questions I will do to my husband, and he talk about, okay, what's your questions? Let me hear your questions. So that's how you say you sure do. I know. Yes, you do. I would have blocked me. You said I would not have blocked you. There's only a few people on my list over the last year that I've had to actually block. Besides the trolls, I mean, but real people I've had to actually block. It ain't many actually. So it's hard to talk nonstop. You know what? You get used to that too. Wave. I swear, you get used to it. You just talk. It gets easier. Seriously. It really does. So you just talk, talk, talk. So you figure, okay, Wave, I don't know if I'm going to blow your mind or not, but I've gone live for exactly, and I'll give the exact timestamp here. Oh, is this the exact timestamp? It says 1 hour and 59 minutes. Just saying. I've been live for 1 hour and 59 minutes. Now, at this rate, I do want to cover one or two things. So it'll end up being probably 2.5 hour live because I'm going to get off and probably get off soon. Maybe the next 30 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe. We'll see. You get used to all of them, all of it, then you push yourself some more. You do. You do. Exactly. You do. You get used to it. You get used to it. And at the end of the day, people in your room, you get to that point where you're like craving for people in your room. So it's like, oh, I got people in the room. Let me get my game day on, my game face on. I'm gonna do this. I got people friend. so, so you don't want to scare the people away. so so you just end up talking and just engaging. So it becomes a fun experience. You send 500 comments. Oh my gosh. Sweetie Pie said, I got receipts. I got receipts. I sent 500 comments. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate all your engagement. Thank you so much. She has a great room too. If y'all go to her room, she's cooking and she's in her kitchen dancing, playing the music. Wow, that's engaging. Also, Sweetie Pie, are you going live today? I need to ask you, Trisha T, have y'all connected? I need y'all to have a cook-off live where y'all cooking. Y'all, I don't know if it's the same dish or y'all cooking y'all specialties. That would be so fun. Um, but yeah, so just know that people are doing this, and depending on what you're looking for in your live stream and what you want to do, you'll get the right audience in the room. So that's going to be important. All right, friends, I didn't say it, I was going to go through this engagement stuff. Jay, I don't know if you're gone, if you're with me still. You said, no man, I finished my seafood. I don't know what my family eating. Oh, you eating seafood? Nice. Nice. Nice, friend. Why did TikTok just give me this flash go? TikTok, what is this? I'm gonna start it just because TikTok want to do violence tonight. I know I'm getting off soon. I know I'm getting off soon, y'all. It's the heart me's. I know I'm getting off soon. So if we get it, we get it. If we don't, it's all good. TikTok chose violence at 2 hours and 1 minute into my live, but that's okay. Can you explain your agency? I will, friend. Let me talk about that. That's the way I'll wrap this up. And see, that's what I said. TikTok is wrong. TikTok is choosing violence. TikTok is wrong for that. It's like, you know what, your live is doing too well. I'm gonna try you. Let me try you. When is your next live next time? I go live daily at twice a day, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. TikTok be messy, too messy, too messy. Like I said, I'm good with it. It's all good. TikTok's like, no, ma'am, no. I'm gonna test you. You should have left right when it hit 2 o'clock. I mean 2 hours. I stayed at 2 hours and 1 minute. Thank you, Lee Ann. I see you, friend. Anita, thank you so much. Anita Shenanigans. Look at you, friend. Those who coming in, I do have the flash goal TikTok just gave, so you're welcome to give a daily heart me if you choose to. I appreciate all the support. TikTok is being extra with 22 heart me's. Knowing all these people who just came in, you said I stand corrected. Black Low says you ain't getting no flash goal. I almost didn't. I should have got off 5 minutes ago. TikTok is like, no, ma'am. You stay, you get flash gold. Let me send it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Appreciate the support. Flash gold. Robin, are you still here? Lord, I never answered her question about engagement. Okay, so Robin, you asked me a question about. I never got to it. Let me know if you're here. Evie, what is the flash goal? It's a goal that TikTok will randomly put in your live where they ask for viewers to send a gift. And I'll be honest with you, I was talking a lot. We weren't, there's some engagement stuff we want to do. Sometimes they'll send the flash goal way early, like within the first 10 minutes. Thank you. Thank you. So it does help the live. Thank you for the heartbeats. I appreciate everybody who's sending a heartbeat. We'll see if it does if we're able to achieve it. It's a 15-minute goal, so we got 15 minutes to get it. Heartbeats are hard because it's one heartbeat you can do for that live host all day in a 24-hour period. So thank you so much, friend. So if you came to my live at my 10 o'clock and you're on your account here, you wouldn't be able to give me another heartbeat at my 4 o'clock. Some people have backup accounts, and so their backup can give a heartbeat, that type of stuff. But it just depends. I mean, five heartbeats. We have 22. We probably won't achieve it in 15 minutes, which is fine. I didn't expect to. I'm gonna stay on a little bit longer. So what it does do, it does appear to have an impact to your visibility if you're not hitting that goal. So some people don't even start it. I probably shouldn't have started it, but I did it anyway. I'm one of those people that try to do it at least I think I'm like 90%, maybe 95% of the time I try to do it. So I do try to do the flash code just so that I'm letting the algorithm know, we'll make an attempt. We do normally get it though. Like I said, this time with it being so late and it being put out there, it's just probably not even realistic. Thank you all. You guys are making an attempt to do it. Let me do this. I'm gonna put my other account in here so that they can send it to. We'll see. Did I do it today? I don't think I did. Don't think I did. Yes, you're right. Yeah. So we'll see. TikTok is always a little extra. Okay. So about talk. Okay, about to talk about your agency. Yes. Let me move on. Let me get to the agency talk. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my agency page in the in the um in the chat here. Really quickly though, my oh, where am I at? If you click my photo, my mini profile pops up. If you click my photo again, my main profile pops up. You go to my main profile, you should be able to hear me still. In my bio of my main profile is the agency page. I say that to you because that's where you're going to go to actually apply to the agency. Okay, so I'm going to add it in the chat here. I'm going to pin it and talk about it. Hey, I received the school invite, but I'm still not sure how to schedule a consult. When you go into the school invite, original Aboriginal, you are going to go to the classroom. At the top banner, it says classroom. Click classroom and go to book. You'll see it. One of the folders say book a 101. That's where you go, friend. Thank you so much. So yeah, so classroom, book a 101. All right. Um, so, okay, you're welcome. Do you have an agency? I do have an agency. I'm talking about the agency now. So agency. So what original just asked? She's in the agency. She wants to go to our school platform. So we have a school platform for people in the agency. That's where you can book one-on-ones with me. You can do a 30-minute performance review. We talk about that. I do one-on-one meetings, so I do those performance reviews. I have the school platform. I go live twice a day. I answer questions. I use this kind of for recruiting, but depending on who's in the room, what questions are being asked, I answer all questions. We also do, um, what was I going to say? We also have a Zoom meeting on Sundays. We just had one yesterday, standing meeting at 6:30, talking about all things TikTok, any issues and stuff that are coming up. We talk through that. It's really good because we have a lot of creators that may have similar approaches to their lives, so they're able to share what they do, what's happening for them. Yes, we love our family, the LYI family. We are a great community. You also have group chats. We have group chats here on TikTok where you can share your live, share your content. Ideally people will engage. I mean, it gets kind of cluttery, but people do engage. We are a community of engagers. We understand what it means to like your live, get your daily heart me, tap the screen, share the live, comments, stickers, gifting, all those things. Again, we teach what I teach, what everybody else is teach in their actions is that if you're an engaged person, then you want to be around with engaged people, like-minded people. If you're somebody who's not engaging, you may not get the same support and engagement. So you just got to think about how you're doing things, and that's what this means, to make sure that you're building community and surrounding yourself around like-minded people who will help you grow. And then, certain lives are not for everybody. That is not the case that you got to go to everybody's live and connect with everybody. That is never the case. You decide what you want to do and how you want to navigate. Okay? So that's going to be so important. And then you ultimately teach your community how to engage as well. Okay? Okay, thank you. You're welcome, friend. And so the one thing about the agency, let me be very clear, it's a free program because TikTok obviously gives you rewards for your engagement that happens in your live. TikTok takes their share and then they pay the agency a few percentages. And so with that, you win, TikTok wins, the agency wins. But the goal is that you got to be going live. So if you have no intent to go live on a regular basis, if this is not for you, if you're not looking to grow and engage and build, then you don't need an agency. You do it whenever you want to do. You don't need an agency to do it. Okay? So I say that in all earnest because I don't want you to get back and be like, well, I don't know. At the end of the day, you have to make a decision on what you're trying to do. And if you want to be in this space, then you probably, since you don't know what you don't know, you probably need an agency. You just need to pick the right agency for you. Hey, the short stuff. Thank you for that daily heart, me. Y'all so sweet. We halfway there, but again, I'm not optimistic. TikTok gave me this flash goal at 2 hours into this live. So, and it's heart means, but I appreciate you, right? I understand. Thank you for your support. You are so welcome. Elle called and said it was urgent. It's fine if we don't get it. I know this was definitely a tall order, and TikTok chose violence, but that's okay. I get you, TikTok. I'm all good. I'm no resentment, TikTok. It is all good. But you said okay, I'm back. Thank you so much, Fred. I appreciate you. Hey, boo. So I'm gonna put hello. So this is the agency page. Definitely follow it. I'm gonna pin it, and then if you um in the bio is the web page for the agency. The very first section is the agency stuff. It's the application. It's a quick click the button application. Got you in another. Did you really? Thank you so much, friend. Um, so it's a quick click of the button. The other one is just some information about the agency. So you're welcome to read through that. There's also what was I about to say? There's also, that's my stand store. So if you guys are looking for a one-on-one consultation, coaching, other digital resources, I have a free overthinking guide. If you're looking for that, you want to grab that and see what that's all about, you are welcome to do that. So all that is in my stand. So feel free to go in and get what you need, friends. Um, okay, I scheduled for tomorrow. All right, perfect. I was like, all right. I had to figure out what's tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Okay. Um, and so just know all that is in there for you. So that is where the agency is. So let me say this: you cannot join the agency if TikTok has a couple rules. Okay, so it's not me, it's TikTok. So TikTok has a couple rules about who is eligible. Okay, so even after you've made up your mind to go live and want to go live consistently, you got to make sure that you are in fact eligible to be an agency. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Book T, KT Travel. Appreciate your friend. Um, so here's the rules. TikTok says you have to have one creator network agency per person, not per account. There's one account, one person, one agency. Okay, so keep that in mind. One creator network agency. So you got to keep that in mind. If you already belong to a creator network agency, you cannot join another one. All right. So that's the first thing. The other thing I will say, thank you so much, Coach Rhonda. You're so sweet. Appreciate you, friend. The other thing I will say is make sure that you have done at least your first three lives. If you have not done your first three lives, you cannot join a creator network agency. TikTok won't approve you. So you got to make sure you've done those first three lives, that you have full live access. And I'm going to say this is a Dr. Lisa rule. You got to make sure that you are going to be consistently going live. Okay? Don't join an agency if you're not going to be consistent. If you don't have a plan to go live at least 3 times a week, that would be my minimum for you all. You could probably finesse that a little bit, but for the most part, in order for you to get really used to this and keep doing it and building community, you got to be here. You can't be someone who's passively doing this forever and you show up once a month or whenever you feel like it, and then all of a sudden you're upset because when you show up, no one's in the room. That's not going to work either. So show up, try to be consistent, think of ways that you can really build your community and be committed to the process. So, other thing is you have to be in US and Canada for my agency. That's what it's approved for, the US and Canada. You also cannot have any violations. So you got to be in good standing with TikTok, no violations on your account. And then also, if you are, what if you in TikTok live program? What's the TikTok live program? What's that, friend? I don't know what that means. Is that creator network agency? I don't know what the TikTok live program is. What does that mean? I haven't heard of that. I'm in it. You're in the TikTok live program. What program is that? What does it look like? If you're in another creator network program, Let me show you what the Creative Network program is. If you're in another one, then you won't be able to join this agency. Um, so, and if you're not sure if you're belonging to one, I'm going to show you where you can check. This is where everybody can check to see if you already belong to one. Sometimes you sign up for stuff and you're like, oh, I didn't even know that was the name of it. So I'm going to show you where it is. It gives me level on my lives. You're talking about the leagues? Level on your lives. You're not talking about the blue box. I did my first today type trying. All right, look at you, friend. Look at you. Awesome, awesome. You're level 16. I wonder if that's it. Thank you all for supporting that flash goal. We have 40 minutes, 40 seconds left, and we've gotten 18 of 22. So we came really, really close. Maybe they mean the live incentive monetization program. Maybe they mean live journey. Live journey. That's what that is. I'm not sure, but it's your goals too. Live journey. That's it. That's not it. That's not TikTok. That's not that Creator Network program. Yes, yeah, that's what you're talking about. When you said level my lives, then you said program. That's it. Live journey. Yeah. Thank you all for trying to get that flash goal. I appreciate everybody. We almost got there, but that's totally fine. We did not, but that is totally fine because I'm gonna get off in like 5 minutes. so so let me do this. I'm going to show you real quick. I just want to show you where the Creative Network program is. And if you are somebody, so Live Journey is a different program. Live Journey is, so if you go on your profile, you go to TikTok Studio, you click the live side, you're going to scroll down. Let me flip my camera. You're going to scroll down, tools and resources. So TikTok Studio on your homepage post, we're on the live side. So TikTok's tools and resources. I want you guys to go to the Creator Network. That's what this is. This program here, Creator Network program. And you go there and this account is my shop page. It's not part of an agency. It cannot be because this account is on the agency. So only one Creator Network per person. Me. So that I just wanted to make sure I said that, and you can join here. So if you are confused, if you belong to one, check there. Check to see if you belong to one. All right. So that's what you would check at. Okay. And then if you do belong to one, then you can join another one. That'll let you know. All right. If you do apply, I can check while we're in here. If you want to go to my page and think about it and do all the things, that's totally fine. You can always come back and apply as you see fit. It is totally fine. I want you guys to um, make choices that really are going to help prepare you. I don't want you to sit back and say, "Oh well, I wasn't ready." If you are not going live, then you're not ready. Okay, so you need to make sure you're going live so that you can actually build and grow. All right. I pinned the agency so you can follow that account, and that way you can go back and get information under the webpage that's there. All right. Let me know if there's any last minute questions. I'm going to prepare to get off soon. I'm about to get off the live. I appreciate you all coming in and supporting. Thank you all for coming in. This has been a good, lively live. We've been doing some great stuff, sharing a lot of great information. I appreciate all the support. We will, I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. and at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you are new to me, make sure you claim points. Claim points up here. I usually tell people you want to look at your analytics before you leave. So look at what time, your timestamp for your live stream. I've been live for 2 hours and 19 minutes. Um, we've had 41 new follows. 41 new follows. That is awesome. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate that coming in, Doc. So I appreciate the support. And so it's been a good live. Today, the 10 o'clock was just as good. I think it was about the same number of follows. So yeah, it's been going good. The analytics have been better. Let me just recap real quick. So what I've done lately, and this is for you, Coach Jesse. This is for any of my other agency folks. I think what's happened and that's been helpful is a couple things. I have updated my phone operating system. So my iPhone did not have the latest version. So I updated that. I updated my tablet, updated my backup phone. They all have the latest operating system. You said that was excellent. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. You're so welcome, Sean. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know. Are you going live yet? Keep me posted on when you're getting ready to go live, friend. Keep us posted. Life is in sprinkle. I love it. San Francisco to Arizona. TikTok Shop affiliate, UGC as well. Good job, friend. D, thank you for the repost. Um, so I repo, I I updated my operating system. I updated the app. However, after I updated the app, I uninstalled and reinstalled the app. And I've done that total of 3 times, actually. So I don't want y'all to make it seem like I just did it one time. I did it 3 times, actually. I did it the third. Well, I ended up doing it twice in one day because I uninstalled and then I went back and saw that there was an app update. Then I saw that I hadn't done the phone update and I uninstalled again. So it was in my mind. I was like, well, since I did the phone update, let me uninstall again and let me do it again. So it ended up being 3 times in total. But my point is, I did that. I think that combination was needed. I think it was needed. Also, I did some more engagement yesterday. Didn't do as much engagement as I did yesterday. That I didn't do that today. I did way more yesterday. So that helped. I did. I think that was it. I think those are the core things I've done. So I think all that matters. I've been doing what Flourish has talked about in terms of starting my live. So when I get to the countdown, it says 3, 2, 1. I'm talking. I'm talking about my topic, live stream, all this other stuff. I'm saying things that matter to the topic. So I'm being very intentional about what I'm saying as well. So again, I think all of the combination of things I'm doing is helping the algorithm kind of understand and push me out a little bit more. So I don't know if there's a real um, thing or solution here, but I'm trying my best to be intentional about, what I'm saying and what I'm doing. So, so I just want to say that. But I think the key is uninstalling and reinstalling. I'm gonna say that again, y'all, because if y'all haven't done it, I have. Um, so just kind of keep that in mind. That could be what's happening and how that's supporting being pushed out too. Um, Overall, did I tell you guys this? I said in the 10 o'clock that I had 400 days. They gave me an achievement sticker. 400 days of going live. I'm in the top 1% of people that do this. It's like, you're in the top 1%. So I posted about that. But yeah, so just show up and be consistent, y'all. Discipline and patience. Thank you so much. Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate that. Yeah, discipline and patience. So you just keep going, y'all. Don't give up. You'll see what is for you is for you. It will come your way. All right. So let me know if there's any last minute questions. We are gonna get ready to get off. I appreciate you all being here. Congrats. Thank you so much, friend. So I appreciate the support. We're gonna keep going. We are doing big things. So like I said, I tell you guys what I'm doing. So hopefully if it works, then we're gonna rinse and repeat. We're on this journey together. All right. So you figure out what makes sense for you, but let's make sure that we're all winning. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So I appreciate that, friends. All right. So I'm gonna head off. You said, Pops, what did you say? Welcome in. Oh, she said welcome in. Okay, to people. Thank you, friend. She's on my YouTube, so that's what she's talking about. All right, friends, I'm about to get off. I've done 2 hours and 25 minutes. I could stay the extra 5 minutes. Eh, I don't know if it matters. But okay, really quickly, who is going live? Who's going live? Let us know really, really quickly who is going live. Anybody else going back live again today? Anybody else going live today? And let us know. And I'm gonna have to figure out, Coach Jesse. I'm gonna have to figure out also what happened with that campaign. I have to review it. The only thing I can think is that maybe I had the start time and the end time the same, or the like I just had one 24-hour campaign. That's the only thing I could think. I don't know what I was. I don't know what I did. That's the only thing I can think I did, and I didn't pay attention to changing the end date. Maybe it defaulted to the same date. Okay. I'll see. I don't think there was an error message, but I'll check. You said I'm going live. Rich, you going live at 7 p.m. Central. Okay. And then Coach Jesse, 6 p.m. Central. I think that's it. You're about to go live soon. Thank you. Oh, it's over, Mom. How are you, friend? You said I have a question. Oh, yes. What's your question? Two Braveheart Designs. Thank you so much for being here. What's your question, friend? Let me know your question. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ben. How are you, friend? Thank you, everybody. How long do you have to go live for? Um, I tell people try. So, have you gone live before at all? Two Brave Hearts Design. Have you ever gone live? So, if you've never, let's assume that you have never. No, okay. So, if you've never gone live, you have to do 3 lives over the course of 3 days. So, first live you could do, and then those lives over the course of 3 days, they have to be a total of 30 minutes. When you end the live, they actually say congratulations, and they'll have a little message there that speak to your analytics, but also speak to, you have to do 2 more lives for this amount of time to fulfill the reason you're doing is to get all the live features. So you got to make sure that you get all the features like pinning comments, doing all that in the live stream. So to answer your question, I tell people to go live maybe in those first 3 lives. You're playing around with the effects. Like these are effects and stuff. The sound effects is a wand. So you can click around in that wand, play with different effects, kind of figure out where different things are located. And so as you're doing it, you are learning the app, learning everything that's here, and then ultimately, maybe you go live the first time 10 minutes, the second live 20 minutes, the third live, 25 minutes. And so you kind of scale it up. You can do it that way, or you can do 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, and you get your 30 that way. So in those first 3 lives, it's kind of keep teaching you how to go live. So ultimately, after those 3 lives, I want you to get in the habit of going at least 25, at the very minimum 25, and then try to be on average 30, okay, just to be on the safe side. Because the 25 minutes is because of the scale live rewards, and you want to be, hey, Coach Fee, you want to make sure that you are going live for the scale live rewards, but also that is how you monetize. So that's how you monetize. So 25 minutes will get you the full amount for duration, which is 38% of whatever you earned in that live. Then you also have to get 2 more percent, which is 5 new followers. So 5 new followers plus the 25 minutes is 40%. So 38 plus 2. That's what happens. And so you want to make sure you're at least going 25 minutes. And that was a long-winded answer, but yeah, you are very helpful. I appreciate you. You're welcome, friend. Um, any other comments? Let me know, friends. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate those who are coming in. I saw some of you guys coming through, so I appreciate the support. Let me know if there's any final questions, especially for my new friends. I appreciate all the engagement. You guys are awesome. Hopefully you guys are building and growing your communities. I'm gonna get off. I'm assuming we're all good. I know Kim said she was gonna go live a little later. I'll tell you who's live now. And there's different people going live. So we have Dee's Digital Design. She does the Canva training. She is live as we speak. You also have Jennifer Springs. She's new. She does crafting in her live and some book talk type stuff. She's reading sometimes. And she babbles a lot, y'all. So she's live right now. Our friend Our Loctician, her name is Legacy. She is live as well. So she's live right now. And then Lisa Live. She is live as well. The other Lisa. She is live. So yeah, so just make sure you guys are going live, building your community, making sure that you are growing, and don't do it scared. Don't be scared to do it. Do it scared. Okay. Do it scared, friends. All right, my friends. I appreciate everybody. I have talked officially for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I love it. 2 hours and 30 minutes. I am about to get off. Give me some water. Give me something to eat. I'll be out in these streets kind of hanging out a little bit. So I appreciate you all. So feel free. You say, yay. Thank you, friend. So, and as you can tell, in those last few minutes, I was just dragging the conversation out. So, you end up talking and talking, and before you know it, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. So, okay, friends. So make sure you claim any points. If you are here, claim points. Those are for the daily heart meet. So if you came in and you grabbed that daily heart meet, claim your points, friends, so that you can level up. That's the whole point. You want to level up. And then also, thank you all for watching the live. My watchers, I appreciate you all. My likers, the people with the hearts, I appreciate you all. My commenters, thank you for the comments. The comments matter. People who send stickers, I appreciate all the stickers, as well as the gifts that have happened, the heart me's and all the other gifts that you guys support my live goal. So I appreciate all the support. Thank you all so much. I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. So feel free to come at 10 a.m. I'll set my live event. I need to start scheduling those out a little bit more, but I will set my live event so you can come to you can schedule it so you can get a notification. But in the meantime, if you go to my profile in my profile, click my profile picture here. My mini profile pops up. Click my profile picture again. It takes you to my main page. There's a bell in the right corner. Click that bell to get notifications when I go live and when I post content. All right? So that way you can stay up to date with what I'm doing and don't miss out. All right? So I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate everybody coming through. Thank you for the support.